Evening everyone, and thank you to Sarjo8998 for the 999th follow. We are one away. We are one follow away from 1,000 followers. Wow, come on, let's go. Even Jake Slayer, even Dobrev, even Theo, even Nunda, even sort of Justin's missus in the background make a load of noise. Evening to Jonesy. Yep, one to go. So close to the 1,000. Go on, someone make a fake account just to get enough. Get the 1,000th in. Come on. Get hype saying Chalkers. Yeah, Chalkers, of course, reserving with us tonight as well. We are all good to go here on my end, though. We've got all 20 in. We're all ready to go for Azerbaijan. See, last night was an eventful race. I won't speak so much about my race. It didn't end so well for me. It ended quite close towards the beginning, in fact. But I'm hoping this is going to be a good one tonight. We know Azerbaijan is just one of those tracks that this league doesn't seem to like. It's worse than Monaco in terms of crashes and DNF. So there's no pressure on us at all. Totally not. One more saying Theo. Come on, one more. Bradfield's still trying to work out how to get bits on his phone.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, something went wrong on your end. You have to subscribe again then. Just subscribe for another month if you want to enter the competition. And of course we are also running our competition. All you got to do is submit 100 bits or subscribe for the month, and that is it. You'll be entered into our competition, which is going to be for PlayStation Network gift voucher. And as I say that, big thank you to Ms_J317, follower number 1,000. Come on, let's go. We've done it already. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Jonesy in the comments too, obviously. Jonesy had a lot to do with this league as well, and it means so much to everyone involved. What is it, a year and a half or so all in all, and to finally hit 1,000, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm sure it's just the first of many landmarks we're going to hit, so thank you so much to every single one of the thousands, as Jake donates 500 bits as well. He's been saving them all up. That's him in the competition. He's been saving them all up for tonight. That's absolutely fantastic. I can't believe we finally managed to do that. That's incredible. Thank you so much to everyone. We've got to remember there's a race going on tonight as well. It's hard to stay focused with this. And talking of it's a race tonight, for Bradfield, it's race number 100 in this league. So ton up for Bradfield. It's an incredible achievement.
It's a rain race. It's rain.
Is it a wet race?
Yeah.
Oh dear. So it's a wet race. That's incredible. Oh, and Jake the Slayer's taking another 500 bits. 1,000 bits there all in all from Jake the Slayer. I've got to top that up as well. Come on, let's get this going. You're only going to get 1,000 followers one day, aren't you? So come on, let's get this thing going. Let's get this party started. Let's get the 2,000 saying Dobrev. Yep, absolutely. I mean, the last few months has just been going up and up and up. Let's keep it going. Keep that going. Who's going to be the 1,001st follow? 1,001 soon. As Bradfield has retired, he's not interested in qualifying. He can try and work out how to get bits on his phone instead. If he subscribes now, he'll get the hype train going as well and get himself in the competition. I'm now adding Jake to the list. I'm keeping up with people that are entered.
Run out till November, so.
But you can still get more. Like you can subscribe for multiple months. Right. 8 now into the competition. But yeah, as you can see, the grid tonight, we've got 16. Of the full-time drivers, we've got Chalkers, who's in the Champions League. Vintage just opted him to reserve. That's a scary one. He could definitely win from the back. Got Chalkers in. We've got Vintage himself in the Haas team alongside Theo. We've got who else we got? We got Immortal in the Aston Martin replacing Argentina, and we've got Senna in the Alfa Romeo, who's replacing Mackenzie tonight. So no, McKenty and Farf probably won't come together tonight. Only way it's possible without them not being on the same track. And under the old stream box in, and who's gone already? Max has gone in the castle section.
This is gonna be
Oh no, Max and the Mercedes M plate flying everywhere. The leader of the Premier League is out. That's a huge shock. Into castle, so I don't know if he was even on a lap, but that's crazy.
No,
didn't expect that at all. He's just on an outlap and he's just lost it in the castle, and this just shows this takes the best of drivers, this track. And you never know when this one's over. Last night, obviously, 11 cars finished, 9 DNFs. The 11 that did weren't surprising at all. The ones that finished were the consistent ones. Shadders, Dan Murphy, Keza, Psycho like Santan. All the names you'd expect. And it was them that finished. Beefy up there as well. Mushroom was one of them, even though he had a crash in the last lap. So I wonder if it was the same case tonight. Avoid mistakes, and you could be on for something really good. And Menace Max, unfortunately for him, hasn't managed to do that. Tree stays first on that, and he's going on the mediums, so he might be looking to start on the soft tyres. And of course, it doesn't matter, does it? Can't be starting on soft tyres because we're here, and it is a wet race, although it is coming from Bradfield.
Yeah, you never know.
Bradfield's got 2 minutes 18 to get his sup in, to get the hype train started.
Stop. Right.
You've done it before. You did it last week. You subscribed last week. Put your money where your mouth is. Come on. You want to be in this competition. Get it going. Like we said, yeah, it just the prize of it is just going to depend on however much we get for it. Yeah, we had, I think, got 7 in it last night. It's 8 already up with Jake in today. So, yeah, it'll be between 20 and 50, that's for sure. They're good coming up to Christmas as well, as Bill mentioned last night. Nice little present for someone that. Time we give something, a little something back after the amount we've got this season so far. It's just been incredible. I am stupid saying Menace Max. Yeah, I bet he crashed there deliberately just so we could say that. But, yeah. Well, Max crashed on his out lap, so I can't argue with what he just said so much. Jay Story still at 998. No, we are at 1,000, Jay Story. We got there already. What an achievement. Incredible. I love that.
Brilliant.
Anyway, Tree Slayer's lap has been relatively neat on the medium tyres. Whilst why he's on the mediums already, that's because they're not going to be able to start on them in the race. It's going to be a wet race start. Swan changes 3/4 of the way of the 100,000 bits. Tree Slayer across the line 140.0. Of course, it is just on the medium tyres though, so you'd expect to see quicker laps. We've also got Chalkers on lap. I think it's too far behind, but he has invalidated. I expect to see quick things with Chalkers, but of course he cannot qualify because Starbucks goes a 10th quicker than Tree Slayer and he's on the softs. Chalkers can't qualify because he is a reserve, so he is just going to be doing some practice laps. He's deliberately invalidating because obviously he can't set a lap. I'm sure he'll do the same. There he goes, already gone wide. He's already tried to invalidate. There we go, he's gone wide there, he's invalidated. Who else we got on the show? We've got Tango. Oh, he's coming back in the pits then on his medium tyres. Immortal, is he ghosting there? Don't know if Immortal's had a little... No, he was ghosting for a minute unless he's just going slow. But Liam on the medium tyres, we've seen Senna got to P3. Liam on the medium, what can he do? He crosses the line up to P3 at 140.5. Pot stuff. Dylan, where's Dylan? Where's Dylan? He's coming to the final bit of Sector 2. Here he goes then.
Senna's been quick, hasn't he? For League 2 driver, hasn't he?
But he is quick for League 2 as Immortal. He's quick for Championship driver. And we've got another yellow flag just for a car getting away. Always scary when you see a yellow flag here, though, isn't it? Always scary. And he's crossed the line, doing a 139.6, a good lap, only 2 temps off Immortal. Again, another yellow flag, again, just for a car going slowly. As soon as you see that yellow flag round here, you know it could be trouble. Sweet MJP is next, crossing the line up to P7. Yeah, slow time, he won't be getting through with that. That's for sure, unfortunately. But I'm sure he's going to be able to improve on that. Chalkers again, obviously just invalidated. Got to remember not to bother watching that. But he's already not going to start on the back row. There's already 2 cars below him that are gone. Still plenty in the pits then. Theo's not in the pits though, he's now finishing Sector 2. We'll do a lap with somebody. Are you watching on PBE account? And Menace Max has donated 100 bits. Thank you very much, Max. Yeah, Max has got himself in the competition. And like I say, yeah, Max busy watching because he's not racing because he's going to be starting last. Am I watching on the PBE account? I don't know what you mean, Jones. Is it on the Twitch or on the PlayStation? Theo's about to cross the line, obviously off the back of his podium. He goes up to P1. That's a stonker of a lap from Theo. He's really getting his act together, isn't he? I know he's been quicker this season, but it's only the last couple of weeks he's started to put it together. And yeah, another one. If he keeps out of instance here today, he could be on for a good result. Pot Stuff did go up to P6 with 140.3 on the medium tyres. A good effort there from Pot Stuff. You're seeing that Ferrari moving out of the way. Young Tommy on the soft tyres then in 13th. It's a bit wobbly coming out of Sector 2, but it's not too bad. And there we go. Top it up myself so we get the hype train going. Come on, let's get this thing going.
I hope something went wrong.
Oh, and Jay Story stuck 100 bits in as well. Thank you very much, Jay Story. Jay Story's got himself in the competition as well. Up to 10 now. Come on, let's get this thing going. Young Tommy on the soft tyres, and you expect him to get through. Always consistent as he hasn't been through the stands yet. I don't have time, and he's up to P1. Gets out of Theo. Lovely effort there. from Tommy. That's an incredible lap he's got there. And Dobrev saying, come on, Vintage. Yeah, he's wanting Vintage to win. I don't know if Vintage is going to try and qualify. I would, especially if there's a few starting towards the back. We've just seen Tree Slayer improve. Obviously, people say, why are you doing free up on the mediums? Obviously, it doesn't matter because we're not using them in the race from what we hear so far. Who just put bits? It was Jay's Story, Antonis. And thank you for following Ariel. Ariel's follower number 1001. Come on, let's get this thing going. Scroll up, saying Vintage. What am I scrolling up for? Oh, Vintage put 100 bits in. I didn't even notice, but Vintage put 100 bits in as well. Too busy watching the racing. Vintage 600 bits in. There we go. Well, I've almost got more tonight in terms of bits and that than what we did last night. So thank you, everyone. In terms of the amount of people, at least, anyway. So this list's getting bigger and bigger, and they're trying to push it to £50, aren't they, for that gift card competition prize. Yellow flag down to sector 1. This car's just going slowly. Irish Stew Potato goes up to P10 again. I think he backed off. He's got so much ERS left. I think he must have backed off. We'll go and watch Irish Stew Potato's lap this time round. Come on, let's go.
Not the mediums.
First time viewer 1001 saying Lorium_DO. First time viewer, very welcome. Hopefully somebody will stick with Discord in there for you. 100 bits from Lucy as well. Thank you very much, Lucy. Yeah, at least first 3 corners are going to be an absolute nightmare in terms of at the race start. It's all bunched together. You can't do silly dive bombs here, but it's so really not much room. First sector's all very similar in terms of those bumpy apexes, those sausage curbs. And there we go, as we go into sector 2. This tight one here is really awkward. Irish Stew Potato has done it really well there. It's hard to accelerate out of that. And this bit here, it's one of the only places you invalidate around here. Track limits aren't a problem, but if you go forwards over there, that was fine from Irish. It is quite lenient there. Here comes the dreaded castle section. Clips over it so close. You don't get any closer to the wall than that unless you're at Monaco. Easy to invalidate there as well, but he just about keeps within the limits. This is looking good from Irish Stew Potato so far on this lap. Been a good effort this. Very strong. Hasn't done a Grosjean.
Well.
Yes, you can either go over that curb. You either completely go over it or completely avoid it. He tried to avoid it there, Irish Stew Potato. Yeah, goes over that curb. This is where I crashed yesterday. This little bit here and then swooping right is where I lost it. Here, that's where I lost it. Lost the rear end and went flying in the wall. Easiest day to do that. No mistake needed really to do that. All it takes is one little bit too much of that throttle, but it's been a tidy up from Irish Stew Potato. It should see him through. He's been using his deployment, crossed the line, 139.6 on the medium tyres, about 10th of Tree Slayer's tyre on the medium, 6th for Irish, and he should be through considering we've already got 3 cars out. In Bradfield, who chooses to start last, Chalkers, who's obviously having a start last, he's reserving from a league above, and then Max, of course, who had that crash in the castle section on his outlap. Vintage still in the pits, Tango's out on the track again, about to come out of sector 2. We've got a Williams, I think that's just Jake the Slayer on his outlap. And no, it wasn't Jake the Slayer, it was Dylan going for another lap actually in P5. I don't know if he improved or not, but unless he's going again now. We've got Equaz, look at that new Red Bull. It won last night. Cyclite Stanley got his first victory last night. Oh, he's not going to cross the line. Look how close. I love that pit entry, absolutely love it. But that Red Bull, of course, won last night at Cyclite Santan, so it was lovely to see it in action. And who's able to? Yeah, Liam and Equaz, another really strong pairing tonight. Equaz is my teammate in ALR on Monday. We did absolutely fantastically together. It was a great teammate. Tango's up to 6th for the medium tyres, just ahead of Irish Stew Potato, and again should be fine in there. I think that'll be okay. Don't worry about my TED lap saying Chalkers. Yeah, so every time I see Chalkers on a lap, I think, oh, let's go and have a look. And I keep forgetting, obviously, he's reserving. But he has retired now, so we can't trick us out like that anymore. Good luck, my King Jonesy, saying Fungi hates Twitch. Even everyone, young Tommy, yeah, sitting pretty in P1 at the moment, and he's looking pretty comfortable to going through to Q2 at least. And yellow flag again. That's just that Alpha Tauri getting out of the way, but carrying his lap, he's kept it validated so far, so it's relatively tidy. Yeah, Carrie's had mixed fortunes this season, hasn't he? Obviously racing in the second tier after finishing second just a couple of seasons ago in our top tier. That's how quickly things change. It's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, we'll have a look in the standings as we're about to see Carrie cross the line. I should think he'll be safe. This should be 5th or 6th. And he's standing 8th, so he's below a couple of medium runners there, Carrie. Should be alright with that, you'd think so. Immortal's retired. Yeah, he's just retired in the pits. He's okay. His car's absolutely fine. Jake the Slayer. Is that Jake the Slayer? About to finish a lap? No, it's not. He's further back, so we will watch it though anyway. yeah, in terms of the standings, Menace Max in the lead, 131. He's 32, clear of his teammate. Tango had a good week last week. Irish Potato in third with 81. Just 4 points ahead of Tommy in fourth. Tommy's 8 clear of Plotters. Plotters, of course, who isn't racing tonight, so yeah, it's a shame for him. McLaren, of course, really didn't get on too well in Britain. They were looking really good. Unfortunately, a couple of mistakes each for them. Took them out of the points. Tree Slayer's 6th, can still definitely get promoted as young Tommy's retired in pits. He's safe. Cowie is in 7th with 56. Equals in 8th with 51. They can make a charge. Potstuff and Dylan make up the top half. I think we've just seen Senna improved his time, I think. He's still in 12th though. Sweet MJP's on a lap. He needs to improve his time as well. Alpha Moto's just crossed the line again. But Jake the Slayer's the one that's about to complete his time here. Towards the bottom, Argentina and Knowles here in trouble. They're both in the relegation zone. Farf's in 19th. Yeah, Farf's the one that really needs the points. But he's back across the line. Slayer, and he's only 11th. He's definitely got safer. Farf's still in the pits. Yellow flag, and I don't know where that Haas is going. Is that Vintage? No, it's not. It's Theo on his outlap. Oh, well, that's not the way to go, Theo. You've got to be careful he doesn't get disqualified here for facing the wrong way. But he's gone flying down his escape road, and he's lucky if he's not got wing damage now from doing that. Not quite sure why he's risking going out again. But Vintage, who is his teammate and Haas, the Haas looks very similar to Red Bulls, isn't it? If you just look at a glance. People might just say my eyes are gone, but Sweet MJP lands back across the line in the AlphaTauri, and he doesn't gain. He did improve by nearly 7, but doesn't gain any positions. So he still needs to find some time there, Sweet MJP. At least it is a decent time now. Yeah, Bradfield's in 14th, but I say 100th race for Bradfield. First driver to do so in this league, so that's incredible. That.
I'll take that achievement. That'll do.
Good. I mean, only one race win out of the 100. I think only 2 podiums, but it's taking part what matters as far as Bradfield cares about. Yeah, it's the wooden spoon award thing.
Yeah.
Exciting news as well. Like I say, we've had so many donations, and like I say, even to Page as well. Rename Castle section to the Menace Max section. Here we've got the Shadow Chicane in Monaco. Very cool. We call it the Menace Max Castle. That's what it is now. Thanks for naming that himself. Or will it be Sweet MGP Castle? No. Need to talk that one up. Yeah, exciting news. I had a trophy delivered today. I got one delivered to myself. Put my name on it. Calling myself an absolute champion as we got off. Who's that? Senna's gone off there. But just to try see what trophies we'll get at the end of this season, and it looked absolutely brilliant. So we're all going to get you're going to get some good trophies if you win it this year, that's for sure. You'll definitely get them for winning. Some of the awards may have trophies as well, as Vintage is a 141-4, and Vintage obviously League 2 you expect to be a bit further off. Starburst going up to P9, and Senna's improved as well. Vintage only 7/10. It might sound a lot, but for such a long track, the longest track, isn't it? Listen, Belgium very close to being the longest. That's not bad at all from him. He's probably still got a bit more time in there too. Equals, and he needs to get a lap on the board. Oh, he's hit too much of that curb there. He almost went flying the wall. Just about survived it. But we've not got too long left in this session. I can't see the bloody time because that yellow flag thing keeps popping up. About 2 minutes left. Don't know if we've got the 40-second quali glitch or what, but we'll soon find out. Equals needs to set this lap. He's low on fuel, so this will be his only attempt. He can't come in now. It's all or nothing. So hopefully he's had a good lap for Equos and for Red Bull's sake. We had a great night last night, as we said. Equos crosses the line and he's up into P9. You'd think he'd be alright with that. If you're in the 139s, I think you might be okay. Liam, the other Red Bull, is going to be one of the next ones across the line. In fact, there's a couple in front, but I think they're mainly on outlaps.
Liam should get through.
You'd think Liam would, wouldn't you? You'd think so, but as PBE Dobrev has just donated 1,500 bits, and he's now saying he's broke, and I'm not surprised. Thank you so much, Dobrev. Absolutely nice, fantastic, that is. Love it. Liam's up to P8, sorry. Wow. That's really hit me, that is. Wow. 1,500. That's incredible. What's that, sorry?
I'm gonna have to get drunk now.
Oh, Vintage! Vintage! Where's Vintage gone? Vintage has lost it on the straight, hasn't he? Starbus completely backing off. He's letting Irish through. But Vintage has lost it exact same place. I think it's shunted his car on the other side. It's been an even heavier impact. And yeah, it has. Yeah, Vintage has completely gone, lost his wheel. And he rarely crashes like that. But Vintage is going to be out. It's all down. Oh, and Sweet MJP is in the pits. It's all down to Farf now. He's got one attempt left. He's in Sector 2 at the moment. If Farf has got to beat a 140.7, that is it. And then he'll knock Sweet MJP out. So it's between these two. Everyone else, 14th and above, is safe. I've got to top up those bits from Dobrev. I can only do 100. I do lots of little hundreds, but 1,500 in one hit. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Yeah, lots in last night as well. Yep, he's in the competition. There's another one added. Yeah, we'll do a spinny draw like we do for the grids. I'll do that tomorrow. Pre-record that and put that out on the channel just before the Champions League stream. If I can work out how to upload it to Twitch, I will. If not, it'll be on the old YouTube page. But I'll get one of the more technical admins to do that.
Got that perfectly there.
Yeah, but it's been a quality lap from Favre, isn't it, this? Senna doing it for League 2 tonight. I expect good things, same page. It's been a good start because he's through to Q2 at least, but Favre's back across the line. Can he knock out Sweet MJP? Yes, he can. And that's a fantastic lap for someone that's in the relegation zone. And Liam does a 1:38.9. First and 1:38. And I think Cowie's just going up to P4. So I think the track might have got a bit quicker towards the end there. But still some astonishing laps. Sweet MJP, as we know, is out. And it was pretty comfortable in the end. Sweet MJP and Vintage as the two drivers out. So, yeah, Sweet MJP didn't seem comfortable in his laps, did he? And then Vintage obviously crashed and Max crashed. So the championship leader will be starting last. Bradfield obviously chooses to start last, and then Chalkers has to start towards the back because he is reserving from the league above. Wet race, same page. It is indeed, and there's 100 bits there from Vintage as well. Thank you, I love Vintage. He's still not changed his Twitch name. He's changed it everywhere else. He's not changed it on the old Twitch, has he? Inters for at least 30 minutes. So Chalkers, will it dry up after? Bradfield's useless, he can't read a weather forecast.
Well,
will it dry up after Chalkers?
All of it, but it's going to be a wet start. I just got my sap on and just retired.
There we go, all done in terms of Q1. Q2 next, which is usually a bit boring towards the start to go for scrub laps, but hopefully there's a bit more fight in it, seeing as they're not having to save tyres to start the race on. But yeah, Q3 is where it gets really exciting. And Immortal, of course, the Q3 master in the championship, 4 poles this season. He's definitely going to be challenging for it. Who would you pick out of here to be on pole position? Who would you pick? I mean, Max, Irish Dude Potato and Tango, top 3 on poles, I think, this season. But
Theo's
yeah,
put in P3 at the minute, so you can't rule him out.
dry after 45, saying Chalkers. Well, like I say, safety cars are very common around here. I'll tell you what, if we get through this race without a safety car, I'll donate 5,000 bits. That's it's not happening. I'll tell you, it's not happening. Yeah, but don't forget though, Tree Slayer, Tango, and Irish, a couple of drivers we mentioned that are usually towards the top, all on the medium tyres, and they're only 6-7 tenths off. It's such a long track, so they'll be about a second quicker than that if they were on softs, I reckon. So they would be the top 3, I think. So yeah, that's really good laps on the medium tyres, and they can now use the softs in Q2 and comfortably get through, and then still have fresh softs for Q3. Even into Shadows, press X to out, saying Chalkers. I give Dylan my setup and he qualifies faster than me on it. Well, it doesn't surprise me. He's better than you, Kate. Yeah, 33 viewers. If you are just joining us, we got to 1,000 followers. We're now on 1,001. Thank you to everyone that's followed in the last year and a half. Every single 1,001 of you. Equals puts the inters on. We want to save them to the race, I think, Equals. Also, this is Bradfield's 100th race. He'll be starting towards the back, but it's the 100th race in the league. Again, which is an incredible achievement. Such loyalty. Shame about quality. But, oh well. Can't have it all, can we? And then, third thing as well, competition. All you got to do is stick 100 bits in, or subscribe to the channel, and then you are entered into our PSN gift card competition. And so far, we've got a good 12 people in it over the space of last night and today. And then, yeah, the prize for that will be between 20 and 50 quid. Once we worked out what we got entered, we will decide the prize. But at the moment, all I say is it's looking good. And those 1,500 bits from Dobrev is just put in. And lots from Andy Lou last night. I've had more, obviously, from Jake the Slayer too. Chipped in myself. Lucy stuck some in. I think Cryptic just subscribed last night. Dylan stuck some in as well. Swanshanks doing it as usual last night too. Max stuck some in earlier, as did Jay Story. If I forgot anyone else, please tell me. But yeah, get yourselves in for that as well. Bradfield still hasn't done it. He's got 45 minutes, so I don't know what he's doing.
Not let me do it. Something's gone wrong.
Something's gone wrong in your head.
Not let me do it.
We let you do it last week, though.
They let me subscribe, but
yeah, do that then. Do that again.
Yeah, but I've got to wait now for. It's kept me on there until the 8th of November, but I can't subscribe again.
Naughty, naughty. He's not going to be in the competition then.
Oh, I'll try and sort out a load.
Get it? What do you mean? What do you mean later? When? You got to do it when you race it? Oh no, you crash out first lap, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, obviously. Tree Slayer then when he's out lap. I think no, he's not first. He's a couple of cars ahead. It must be Tommy, yeah, because Chalker's obviously not in Q2. So young Tommy on his lap then. Yeah, usually you see scrub laps at this point, but well, it is going to be a scrub lap because Tommy's not got ERS activated. So yeah, just a banker it's going to be from Tommy. Tree Slayer, yeah, Tree Slayer's going for it. Why not? Oh, excuse me. Why not go for it? Because, you know what I say, you don't need to save these tyres. Just go for it. Yellow flag just for cars jostling for position. I think Theo's one of them. Yeah, Theo's again just going for a scrub lap. Oh, I've got hiccups. What a great time to get hiccups.
Oh
Justin might have to take over. Justin's going to have to take over.
Go get some water.
Justin, all yours.
Go on, you can do it. Hiccups, you might get some more bits for the
Going on boards with Liam. Go on, what's Liam's lap for us? Go on.
Hold on. Joke.
Take us for a Liam's lap and we'll get a drink.
There we go. I ain't got a clue about sectors or top. What? Right, here comes Liam. Oh, this is a horrible bit for me. I'll either smack it in the wall or completely spin it. Come through the castle section now. Yeah, he's done that perfectly there. Nice and tidy lap. It's an absolute horror track for me. I don't know if anyone likes it, but not my cup of tea. Oh, I'm shouting too much. Apparently I'm shouting too much.
You're really loud, yeah, we can hardly hear you.
Yeah. Absolute joke. Right, here comes the Wilson straight.
Oh, he's going to get a nice toe here from Equaz. Which is, oh yeah, his teammate, of course.
Yeah, I think that's done that perfectly there. They might not have done.
This is lovely from Equaz. It really helped me out on Monday. And yeah, that time from Liam. That slipstream definitely helped there. Anyway, you've seen Irish do 138.8, Tango's on 138.9, and look, those three drivers that went through in the mediums now can put fresh softs on and go for it early on. Leia now looking good to be through with those times, aren't they? Immortal and Liam, they're looking really good as well. Yeah, Starburst is going to be next, not Starburst, but he's invalidated anyway, so. But he's given his teammate a toe and pot stuffs up to P6, good 7/10 off, though he's definitely not safe yet. But Theo did a slow lap, it was only a banker, he's going for another one as well. So Tommy just going for another banker. Now, risky. I'd want to get a lap on the board here. But if they mess up later on, you see later on in the session, the cars are quicker. Cowie's doing the same thing. Equaz now going for his lap. Well, watch Equaz. Has anyone done a hybrid setup? Oh, and Shadders, to celebrate getting to 1,000 followers, donates 1,000 bits. Shadders gets himself in the competition. That's a great way to celebrate it, Shadders. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Shadders. Much appreciated. Shadders again, another one. So many races he's done in this league. And Theo, yeah, he's alright. Let's have a look. How many races has Shadders done? Because I know he's done a lot as well. He can't be too far off Bradfield. He's done 60. Last night was Shadders' 60th race. So, again, one of the top appearances in the league. Equaz then about to cross the line. DRS activated soon. And he already activated it a lot earlier actually, but gets up for P6. It's at about 4/10 of his teammate though. I've got to say that top 5 are looking safe, with quite a few still to set times, like Tommy, Cowie, Theo. They're not set proper times yet.
Senna.
So Equaz and below could be in danger. Senna is on the soft tyres.
He's got mediums in my eyes and done that again.
That's doing that again. So Senna is in 9th. It says soft tyres for me. but it's probably mediums if that's what it's appearing for. Bradfield, Cowie's on a time now. No, he's not. He's still not using any ERS, but Starbust is coming in the pits. Tree Slayer, I think he's going again. We'll watch Tree Slayer. We know he likes to do practice race runs, so we'll go for that as well. Keep our eyes on that. I'll let Bradfield take you through Tree Slayer's final sector, final half of the lap.
Here we go. Oh, what's happened there? Sorry, I was watching Senna. Sorry.
Nothing's happened there.
He went wide, went into the old... Here he goes, and they're not too far from the Wilson straight here. Yeah, I'm not going to do well on this at all, this track. Every corner on here is absolutely terrible for me. Lose it here. Here we go. Wilson straight. All Vintage straight. Yeah. We might have lost a little bit of time. I don't know if that's a glitch or not on my side. Here he goes. Flat out. He's done a 1:38.9.
That's not bad for the third lap of tyres, and tyre wear's not the best
That's
round here, is
right,
it? Immortal's crashed. So Immortal 1:39.1, and he's just crashed. Coming out in the final corner. Coming onto the straight. That's just strange. We say Immortal, he's got the pace, but he makes mistakes. And he's shown it again there. Well, I don't think Senna will catch up in time, but he's just coming out of that corner. Coming into sector 3. He's just obviously lost the traction and gone into the wall. It's a strange place for it to happen. You seen that video I sent you?
Yeah.
Funny, innit?
None of this has come up on mine.
Starbust in 15th. Chalkers. Yeah, 100 appearances of Bradford. How has he finished? I like that one.
30.
Yeah. Probably about, I'd say about half and half, realistically. Starbust just an out lap here, but no one is actually on the lap, are they? Tree Slayers, no, he's not going again. And Senna, he's not going again either. So yeah, whoever's next across the line, I think that's Tommy, and he is going to be going for it this time. He's got no choice, he's got to go for it. Yeah, not too long.
That's nothing like
left in the session. And Tango's retired, but yeah, he should be safety free with that. Exactly a 10th off Irish New Potato, so yeah. Just have a look through the app. Get off the stream, have a look through the app. See what you can do. Yeah, good in the braking zone. When you turn in here, you want to get close to that apex. Don't touch the apex low. And take a wider line. There we go, but you've got to avoid clipping that wall because damage here, tiny bit of wing damage. And that is it. You can't race around here with a tiny bit of wing damage. I mean, this game's already awful. A tiny bit of wing damage and that's it. You're really struggling. Whereas like last year, we were saying it yesterday, you could have an end plate missing and you could still just about manage. But yeah, damage this year is just so unbearable. Yeah, Tommy's had a decent lap so far. Haven't seen any problems with it. Whether it'll be in the 138s like the top 3 are, not so sure. But I think this could be around Liam's time. In between the Red Bulls maybe if for Tommy. Possibly more, obviously it is later in the session when the top 3 set their laps on. So it's obviously of course going to be in a better condition now, the track. Going to be quicker. Nice. Sector 3 so far. Coming out of that final corner. That was really nice from young Tommy. It's alright on the straight as well. They call it the Wilson straight after the crash yesterday, but Vintage has crashed there too, so sorry Vintage, but I'm calling it the Vintage straight. Young Tommy then, DRS is open, he's about to cross the line. It's a 1:39.2. I said he'd be close to Liam, he's just ahead of Liam, and I think that top 5 should be safely through. I'd find those times very hard to beat. Yeah, Senna's retired as well, so he's not being improving anymore. Theo's up on his time as well, he's on a lap. Starbust is further in front though, so we'll watch him first and then we'll go on board with Starbust after. Yellow flag just for Tommy backing off now. He knows that he's through. And this Ferrari Starbust, who's, yeah, he's not been too consistent, but he's got so much quicker this year, Starbust. I think people will look at him thinking, oh, what's he doing in the Premier League beginning of the season? He's definitely shown us why. There's a much better pace, and he's showing it there as well. Up ahead of Equos, splitting the Red Bulls. He's up in a P6, a fantastic lap. Dylan's down the lap as well. Going with Theo, where's he? He'll be crossing the line in a minute now. Can he keep up his Q1 form? Theo crosses the line. He can. He's up in a P4. It's 1:39.1. And again, we said that top 3 will be the top 3 because they set their time on the mediums in Q1, and it's about second
Till
quicker on the softs here.
Theo's found some pace, hasn't
Theo
he?
and Tommy were led top 2, weren't they, towards the top? And Liam. So yeah, it's no surprise in this order so far in that top 6. And yeah, Pot Stuff will be in danger there. Obviously, Immortal's time is ahead of him, so Pot Stuff is really 10th at the moment. He'll fly down to 11th if Dylan improves and goes quicker than Pot Stuff, which I think he is doing at the moment, isn't he? He's about to come out of sector 2. We've got an Alpine on the straight. That is Irish New Potato going for another lap. And Dylan is 7.5 tenths up. So yes, of course, his first lap was a banker. He should go close to Starburst here with this lap if he carries on and finds a little bit of time in sector 3. Times in here are quicker than he was thinking, saying Chalkers. Yeah, like, some of these are definitely Champions League worthy pace. Dylan is about to cross the line, and let's see what he can do in the Williams. And he goes up to P8, so he's just off Starburst there. As you see, yeah, Potstuff's jumped down to 11th because Immortal's time is quicker. He should just leave Immortal in a 6th, where he is really 6th, but obviously being out of the session. And who's that that's lost out of the final corner? No, who's that? Who's crashed? Jake the Slayer's crashed, that's why. Slayer's crashed out of the final corner. I was saying it's a strange place for Immortal to crash there, but now we've had a second crash there. Jake the Slayer as fast. It's just he's out that. So Jake the Slayer's out. We've got 2 cars definitely going out. We know Immortal will be out, but Immortal's car might get through, but his time might get through. His car definitely won't know. So stupid saying Jake the Slayer revved the car up by accident when he was itching his eye. Why are you itching your eye on the lap? Just wait till the straight.
You shouldn't have said that, Jake.
Equals 4 tenths up. I wouldn't have said that if I did something to do that. Mind you, I wouldn't have done that. Equals 4 tenths up then. This should be good for him. He should go ahead of Tommy here. Can he get ahead of Theo as well? Equals back to cross the line. He can't. He's obviously not gained so much time, and that's sector 3. He's P7 though, and that time I think Theo, Tommy and Equals should be okay. But Starburst and Dylan are both improving. In fact, Dylan definitely is. I'm not sure Starburst isn't. See his time. Cowie's down there too. Fast, got to set it up. And Irish New Potato improves. It's a 1:38.7. Oh, I just can't believe Jake said that. Busy itching his eye.
Yeah,
McLaren. Is Tommy going to get in for another time? No, he's not. He's down his time. Yeah, he's coming in the pits as well, so he's happy, I think. Dylan's down his time as well, so he's coming in. So Dylan's done with his time as well. He's P10 at the moment, no, Dylan. He's definitely in a bit of trouble. Starburst is up on his time as well, so Pot Stuff, let's have a look what Pot Stuff can do. He's in sector 1 at the moment. Cowie's just a bit ahead of him, and then Farf a bit further behind. Farf might be getting a good tow here from his teammate. His teammate's right in front. I don't know if his teammate's got enough fuel in him to get to the straight to give him a tow, but he's trying, isn't he? He's trying to get the straight. Dylan has retired in the pits. He could be in trouble depending on what goes on ahead. I think Irish New Potato, yeah, he is trying to stay in front all the way into the straight just so he can give his teammate a tow. Because, yeah, Farf really has struggled this season, hasn't he? He did really well towards the end of last season on a Friday night. But, yeah, this league is definitely a lot quicker this season. As Chalk is saying, there's some really quick drivers in here that definitely Champions League pace worth it. Oh, and Irish Potato's just getting out of the way. I don't think that's helping Farf. I think he cut the corner to try and get ahead, to get him a decent slipstream. But it might put Farf off a little bit. But there we go then. That's definitely what Irish New Potato has done, to let Farf get a good slipstream here on the straight. And there we go, here we go, he's close enough. He's definitely gained so much time, we're not too sure what his time is. Cowie goes up to P1, great up there from Cowie. So Dylan is going to be out, and there we go, look at this toe. Look at Farf gain. It gained a couple of attempts from this. He's gained a couple of attempts from that Farf. Is it going to be enough flow? No, it's not. It's not enough by a long way, in fact. Pot Stuff is back across the line, it's not enough for him either. 6 thousandths ahead of Dylan, but Starburst is safe then. He didn't, I'm not sure if he did improve on that final lap or not. But Starburst, I don't think he knows it yet, but he is safe. And I say I don't think he knows it because he nearly hit it into the castle, which implies he's still pushing. Yeah, Equals. Again, I don't know if he knows yet. Should be listening to the stream, you'd know then. But yeah, I think he knows, he's backed off. Yeah. So that is the top 10, so Immortal does get through, comfortably get through Immortal as well. But of course he's crashed, so he's out. So silly mistake there from Immortal. So we only have 9 cars going through, but great effort from Starburst to get through. The top 8 I'm not surprised about. And yeah, Dylan and Pot Stuff by 10th to Starburst are out. Farf by a bit in the end. That lap just didn't seem to get that lap together, even with gaining a couple of attempts of his teammate Slipstream. Senna in 14th retired early on. Jake the Slayer crashed. So yeah, not a good 1,000 follower event for Jake the Slayer so far. Cowie that time at the end obviously puts himself right up there. Now this is time for the pole position prediction. Who on earth do I pick? Who do I pick? Usually pick Menace Max at this stage. Mind you, there's a couple of times lately I haven't been able to. I think he crashed once, didn't he? And then one time he had a connection glitch in Spain. So yeah, he's not had pole position too much lately.
I can't call it.
It definitely won't be you, that's for sure. I'm gonna go for a stick Tango up there. Got to stick Tango up there. Because that time he set, I've seen P3, only a few temps off. Irish Jupiter and Cowie got to be up there as well. Cowie. Irish, New Potato. And then, which other two do we go for? I think Tree Slayer. Well, Tree Slayer and Liam's got to be, isn't it? But then Theo and Tommy close too. Yeah, it's just got to be that top 5. I'll tell you what, I'll stick... Yeah. I'll stick Liam. And then I'll stick Other. So Tree Slayer can come under Other as well. So we'll see. It's out there for 5 minutes. Get your votes in. See what people think. Who's going to get pole position in terms of pole position this season? Let's have a look. Have a look into the statistics for this season. And in the Premier League then, in terms of poles, Menace Max has got 3. Tango's got 2. Tree Slayer's got 1. Liam's got 1. Plotters has got 1 and Ecos has got 1. So Irish Super Potato has not actually had a pole position this season, which I find quite a strange stat. In the 10 races we've had so far, no pole for top pole for Cowie either, who's in P1 here. So we could have a new pole sitter. Very different to the Championship on a Thursday night. Up until last night, only 2 different drivers, Immortal and Keza, had had pole position all season. So Tree Slayer will get pole, saying Jeff the Slayer. So he's obviously thinking, going against my selections in the vote. Only 9 cars as well, big track as well, so you'd think it'd only be time. Sometimes you see people try and fit in 3 runs. Absolutely no way around here. Can't exactly corner cut either, unlike in France, to get to your lap. So whether people go for 2 runs on their first or their second run as well, not too sure. Jeff the Slayer just dominating the comments at the moment, isn't he? All Jeff the Slayer's in the comments, but anyway,
Q3 racing there on the old outlet. Look at this.
They are scuffling for position. Well, it's a good race we got going on here. Young Tommy, no, he's finally conceded that, hasn't he? Conceded track position. A Tree Slayer wants to get his lap on early, and again, it might be trying to race to get time to do 2 laps in on one of the runs, because if not, you're not going to have time. You really have to be quick around it. We've still got 3 cars in the pits, so yeah, Tango, Equals and Cowie, they're taking their time. I think they're settling just for 1 lap on each run, which isn't a bad idea. Obviously, tyre around here is not the best in qualifying, of course, because it is such a long lap. In terms of the race as well, yeah, soft, medium, it can be done. I can't do it, but it can be done at an absolute stretch. I think the main strategy around it, soft, hard, or hard, soft, I think is good around here. But obviously, of course, like we said, it's going to be a wet race towards the beginning, so all that goes out the window. Hopefully for the drivers, the intermediates will last until it dries up, and it will definitely help if there's a safety car. As we expect, there's to be a safety car. It's Azerbaijan. I don't think there's ever been a league race in Azerbaijan we've had without a safety car. Pole position votes then, we've got 2 for Other, 2 for Liam, 2 for Irish, 2 for Cowie, and then 3 for Tango. So Tango leads, still a couple of minutes left on that, so get yourself voting on it. Oh, as Tommy just flouted the barrier there. He was close to it anyway, I'm not quite sure. But first car is Liam, so we're going to watch him on his lap then. Here he goes then, down to turn 1 in the braking zone. Not pushing it to the full limit there, could have gone almost 4 wheels wide, but he decided not to. Into turn 2, nice exit as well, DRS zone opened. So first of the 2 DRS zones we have around Baku. I do love the circuit, I do love the track, the area, it's beautiful, the castle, everything around it. I just don't like driving it.
I do like that Red Bull livery though, it's nice.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's absolutely lovely, and talking loveliest lap from Liam so far. Not wobbled once as of yet. This bit, you hug that inside barrier, and then almost, that's perfect there from Liam as well. Didn't accelerate away too quickly, but even still, this is really tidy from him. Almost looks like he's on full traction. It's been that tidy so far. Not sliding, not losing the rear end at all. Castle, a little bit of a wobble there, a little bit of a wobble, but he survived. He wouldn't have lost too much time. Might go wide here. No, he turns it in just about in time. Everyone's managed to get through so far. 200 bits from Keza. Thank you very much to Keza. The we mentioned a minute ago, 6 pole positions this season in the championship, second in the standings as well. Speaking about his race last night, he also will be racing tomorrow night in the Champions League as well. So Liam hits a bit of that curb, and there we go. That's absolutely fine. He's now onto the straight. Then I think this will definitely be in the 138s. It's a matter of whether how quick it's going to be now. Still, he equals his teammate is still in the pits, but this has been a quality lap from Liam. Let's see what he can do. DRS open, the second zone. And this is where really long straight, isn't it? Really long straight. If you've got pacey set up on, it's going to help. And he's comfortably in the 138s. 138.7 for Liam. Tree Slayer's next. 139.3. Not been the best of laps to him. 139.2 for Tommy. They're half a second off Liam. They've both definitely got more time than that. But what a lap from Liam that is. 138.7. We said it was a fantastic lap. Starbus, what can he do? 140.0. He's not really challenging too much with that. Irish Shoe Potato is next. P3 again, really close to Tree Slayer and Tommy. Can Theo get up into P2 here? Can Theo get onto P2? I think he'll be close. He is in P2. Look at that. He's only a 10th off Liam. He's only a 10th off pole position there, Theo. Cowie's just on an outlap. Equals, of course, in the pits, and then Tango's going to be next. But look at that. At the moment, Liam and Theo are over 4 tenths quicker than Tommy, Irish and Tree Slayer. Wow, that's incredible. Theo, what a lap that is. He's finally getting his shite together. Tango crosses the line. He takes provisional pole position. 138.5. That is an absolutely incredible lap. 2 tenths quicker than Liam. And wow, Tango, he just won the pole position prediction as well. 2 for Other, 2 for Liam, 2 for Irish, 2 for Cowie, and 6 votes for Tango. And I think some people were making their votes as they were watching Tango on that lap, because that was a sensational lap from Tango. We didn't see any of it really, but we saw Liam's, and Liam's was fantastic. So to think Tango's done just over 2 tenths quicker than that, wow, that's not bad. I don't think anyone else go for a second one. Actually, Theo, he was going for a second one until he made a mistake going into the castle section. Yeah, everyone else is down. They're all just racing back to the pits. Oh, Cowie's on his lap, of course. Getting close to that, but he's invalidated. So Cowie's invalidated. Equal's still sat in the pits, so yeah, I'm not sure. He might only be going for one run here if he's had to use soft tyres in both qualifying sessions to go through. That's the thing, because if the three that use the mediums in Q1, so Tango, Irish and Tree Slayer, they can afford 2 fresh soft runs. Of course, you get a 4th set if you get into Q3. But if Cowie use one, if Equals use one in Q1, Q2, and then he's got 2 fresh sets available, you'll want to use one now, but you want to save one for the end of the race when it starts to dry up. Because if it's soft tyres to the end, you don't want to be on scrubs. You're at a huge disadvantage then. So that's why Equals might only be going for one run. And yeah, the ones that got through in the mediums at some point in this qualifying session, obviously at a good advantage because they won't be using the race if the weather forecast is correct. Theo is so quick at quali, but can he hang on in the race? Yeah, that's the thing. The race is a different story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a different league.
What's coming up when you click that diamond then on the bits?
Yeah, I just get
Screenshot
pictures.
it. Screenshot it.
I'll show you.
Keep screenshotting it. Tree Slayer then. He's going again. He saved up his ERS, so he's gone for a second run. Question is, will he have the time to do it? He was out early fighting for position, wasn't he? Cowie's on another lap. He's out early fighting for position, Tree Slayer. Come on, Liam, saying German in the comments as well. So yeah, German, I think German's racing tomorrow. Yeah, I think everyone in the Champions League is racing tomorrow apart from Silly Sly guys. So yeah, that'll make things interesting. It'll definitely be a good battle for the lead. Last couple of weeks hasn't been so much, has it? Because the Sly guys run away with it. So yeah, that'll be an interesting race tomorrow as well for the Champions League. Tree Slayer, DRS is open, and can he improve his time? And I don't think he can. He's not improving by much. And he knows that if he stays out, he'll have about 1 minute. Yeah, he'd be pushing it. It'd be doable, but these pit crews are rubbish. Cowie them about to come out of sector 2. We won't see if he's up on his time so much or not because he hasn't set a time so far. Lair is for sure chalkers. What's he saying? I guarantee half of the haven't adjusted for the rain. Yeah, in terms of setup, possibly. You never know, but we'll soon find out. Yeah, I don't reckon Theo's got a wet setup on or changes setup at all. And Cowie's coming in the pits as well. He's a bought in too. He'd definitely be close to coming back in. pushing it for time, so he's saving up now just for that final run. Equals now on his outlap, so he's going out when the track's relatively empty. I say that. I think everyone's gone out for 2 runs here, haven't they? Because Irish New Potato and Tommy are already out. You know, Irish always does go early, but whether he's going for 2 laps or not, obviously, can the tyres manage towards the end of that second lap? They won't be as fresh as people would like them to be. Obviously on the first run as well, you're carrying more fuel on board, so it makes you a little bit slower, so you never get the tyres and the fuel at the perfect time together, but of course you get 2 different attempts at it. If you cock up 1 lap and you're only on a 1 lap attempt, then you're buggered, aren't you? But yeah, 5 on their outlap now. Irish New Potato might have a bit of traffic. Theo in sector 1, I'm sure will get out of the way nicely for him, but Irish New Potato has started his lap length. You can see Lhasa Theo just ahead. Opens up nicely. Theo moves out of the way nicely as well. DRS is open. Of course, it won't be at the beginning of the race, but it's going to be wet. Inters all you need really is 1 or 2 more front wing, and yeah, of course, front wing can be changed when you're on the pit grid or when you're on the starting grid, so that's not too much of a problem. And Irish always sliding a little bit late. He's really pushing this Irish, but he's down in 5th at the moment. His qualifying performance has not been the best this season, has it? But he's still up there in the standings, isn't he? So, and that's what matters the most. Bradfield, he always messes. He always goes off to the toilet at the best part of the whole qualifying. Strange that is. Irish New Potato. Is he backed off? He's backed off, isn't he? So Irish New Potato is backed off. He's seen him wobble a couple of times, so he's clearly thinking that he's not on a decent enough lap. But young Tommy then now coming through sector 1, he's on his lap 2. Starbus on a lap not too far behind. Equals there too, and Cowie's getting passed by Tango overtaking on his outlap. He definitely won't get 2 runs in anyway, so just about finding the right time and the decent amount of space on the grid for him. Yellow flag just for cars getting overtaken, but young Tommy, I believe, is going to be the first one to set a time, as Irish New Potato will be saving up for 1 final attempt. Theo's going to be going to start his lap in a minute. Yeah, we've got the Red Bull, Mercedes, the Alfa Romeo all on their outlap, and then the first one is going to be Tommy to set his lap. He's now going to the castle section. Look how close he's getting to the walls. Oh, sorry, I've accidentally dropped my controller. Always do that, I can't hold it still. If you're on a wet setup in Inters, you'll be a sitting duck because of the straights. Yeah, that's a good point there, Chalkers makes. He knows more about setups than that than I do, that's for sure. Yeah, Liam in seconds. Can he chase Tango for that pole position? Theo as well, definitely competing for it. And Starbus has crashed. Starbus crashes then. We'll go on board with Equals quickly. No, not Equals, sorry. Equals goes up to P7. Go on board with Liam quickly. And he's just clouted the wall there, isn't he? He's lost it there and clouted into the wall. But Tommy then. Tommy's now on the straight. DRS is open. He's got to find about 7 attempts to challenge Tango. I'm sure he'll find time, but how much? He finds 5.5 attempts. He's up into P2. Wow. Gets ahead of Liam. Found a lot of time there. More than I thought, to be honest. Liam on his outlaps next, and then we get Tree Slayer. So Tree Slayer 7 tenths up. Look at that, he's 7 tenths up, Tree Slayer. If he finds another tenth or so here, he'll be very close to Tango for pole position. The track's obviously getting hotter, but as we know, Tree Slayer, Tommy, Irish, all their first laps weren't the best as they would have been expected.
It's going to be close.
Tree Slayer in the AlphaTauri lane. Can he claim pole position provisionally? No, he can't. He only finds 6.5 tenths in the end, but still P2 for him though. 10.5 off Tango. Tango still a man to beat, and Tree Slayer, he's done now because he's made a mistake out of turn 1. He can't be going again. Theo, half a tenth up. He's in down to P5 now. He needs to find a couple of attempts to get up to P2 again. It's going to be hard for him to do so. I think he's lost a bit of time on the straight as well. We'll see what Theo does. He's crossing the line now, and he finds just under a tenth. He stays in 5th, but consolidates position. Irish New Potato is up to P1. He did an extra outlap, of course, after backing off on that lap. He's up to P over 138.4. That's now the time to beat. Next is going to be Liam. No, it's not. It's going to be Equaz. Equaz is 6 tenths up, and Liam's crashed. Liam's crashed into the castles. We won't be trying to get that pole position back. But Equaz next, P7. He's 7 tenths up. He's about to cross the line. What can he do? He can't get improved in terms of position. Tango takes pole position. Tango's on pole, but what can Cowie do? Nothing, because he's invalidated. Tree Slayer's not on the lap. Tommy is going again though. Tango to 138.3, and Tommy, I think, is down his time, isn't he? I don't think he's going to improve in. No, he's not. So Tango is on pole position with a 1:38.3. Well, that swung around in roundabouts, didn't it? That was a fantastic Q3, that was. Tango in a Mercedes takes pole position, denying Irish New Potato at the last noggins then of his first pole position of the season. Still P2 for Irish. Tree Slayer, yeah, he was unlucky in the end. He gained so much time in that second lap. He got the timing, I think, a little bit wrong, unless he was intending to go for 2 laps and obviously made his mistake in turn 1 when he finished that lap. Tommy in 4th, just ahead of Liam. Theo's unlucky there because he was fantastic in that qualifying session. He's only 10th or 3rd, but he's in 6th. Even still, it's not bad though, is it? Equals 7th. That's fantastic qualifying session. That really enjoyed that. Menace Max really happy with his teammate Tango. Yeah, Mercedes starting first and last, aren't they? Yeah, Starburst just couldn't get a lap in, and Cowie couldn't get a lap in again. We've said with Cowie before, he gets lots of track limit penalties in terms of the race, and obviously he's found that to be the case as well. In qualifying, he's not managed to get a lap on the board. Anyway, I'll take a breather for a minute, let you digest the starting grid. It's going to be an intermediate start, we believe, as well, so that'll be an interesting start.
Good luck, lads. Oh, here we go. It's what I finish the race. Do I want to do?
I don't you do that.
I want to do it. That's all I want.
That thing you just sent me, that picture you sent me. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, but
yeah, no, that's it. You click it. You click the bit thing. The first one that comes up. Right, there we go. So you can see the reins in here. It is. You just got to click it. The thing you're on, those emojis. That's it. We'll do it after the race.
Yeah.
Cowie's in the comments. First time viewer for Cowie. Never been checking our streams out. What did he say? He did a 38.2 on the last lap, saying Cowie. Obviously invalidated somewhere. We said his pace was quick, and he would have been in pole position had he not invalidated, then we reckon as well. But yeah, this makes for interesting watching. I mean, this league does anyway. But on these intermediate tyres, wow, this is going to be a start and a half. It'll be a slow formation lap, so Brushfield, pause it, do it now. You do as I say. Yeah, Bradfield obviously not too fussed about warming his tyres up anyway, because he backs off at the start, and I don't blame him for backing off. He's starting at the back, he might as well back off, because you don't want to plunge yourself into carnage in the first few corners. Yeah, when you've clicked on that, all those emojis that come up, there's a dog face and a heart and whatever.
Yeah.
That's them. That's it.
Right. Well, I'll probably be out soon anyway, so
yeah, God, you will be. Yeah, you'll be out straight away. This should be fun, saying Chaz. No practice for the rain, saying try to stay out. Well, that's good.
I've
to be fair, I haven't had time to practice for the rain, so I was lucky it weren't raining yesterday.
Due to work.
Mind you.
I can't do it anymore, I'm struggling.
No, you never really not been struggling at this game. Let's be honest. But yeah, it'll run through the grid again. Red Bull looking good in 5th and 7th. Obviously they won last night, Red Bull did. Thanks to Cyclox Santan. Ayrton got 6th as well. So Red Bull looking for more decent points. Mercedes, Tango in 1st, Max in 20th. But with these conditions, it wouldn't surprise me if they finished the other way round. It's honestly, this league's that close. And yeah, it's so hard for anyone to get consistency just because of the sheer amount of top drivers in this league. And yeah, the ones that have found consistency are the ones that lead in the standings. And yeah, like we said, I said right at the beginning of this session, didn't I? The top 3, Tango, Irish Supertate and Teresa, they're the 3 that in Q1 went through on the medium tyres, and I said, hang on, that's quite good, even though they're down 7th, 8th and 9th on the mediums, and they are the top 3 to start the race. So I say there's no surprise in who's up there, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was Max. I don't know, if it wouldn't surprise me if there's 3 of the drivers towards the bottom.
Well, what's happened to Chalkett?
We've just seen a collision between a Champions League driver and a League 2 driver, 2 of the reserves sharing a road today, and obviously not getting on too well. Vintage and Chalkers. colliding on the formation. That's not good. Congrats on 100 races for Bradfield. Yep, that's from German.
Cheers, man. Don't fuck all with it, though. But...
yeah, when he gets 100 finishes, well, I reckon
yeah.
I'll be in my grave by then. Let's go vintage, saying Dobrev. Yeah, well, it's not started well for him. Disqualified from the formation, but we're just waiting. Bradfield and Max will take their places on the grid. And then we are a go. Have we got lights? We've got lights. Are the cars revving up low? Yes, they are. It's lights out, and away we go. And the Mercedes gets a really good start. Really tentative from Irish New Potato, and Trise is going around the outside. He's looking to change that P2. They make contact, and Trise has been clouted in the wall by Irish New Potato. And they came together in Britain as well, didn't they, last week? And that time, it was Irish New Potato out, but Trise, I think, has been affected this time round. And there's a Ferrari in the wall, and that's Starbust. He's not had a good start. Menace Max has gained a good few places already, but Trise is down to 5th. Under more pressure now as well, and I think he's got wing damage, and Theo, I reckon he might have damage as well, because he's really backing off. And look at this, there's all banging into each other. Cowie's now under pressure from Theo after having a little wobble there too. Theo's on the outside. He manages to, yeah, sensible there from Theo's. Irish New Potato lost it. He's lost his place to young Tommy, but Tango is 2.5 seconds clear in the lead because everyone fighting behind. He got a great start, Tango, and because of that, he's nearly 3 seconds in the lead now. What a dream start that is for Tango. I doubt he'd even thought it'd be 3 seconds of lead. We're not even in sector 3 yet. And Senna's getting past by fit into it. And who's lost it now? I don't know. Oh, it's a virtual safety car. God knows what for. Yeah. Jake the Slayer's got a collision with a penalty. Oh, Jake the Slayer. Shocker. Shocker. Don't ask for. Hope he's not got wing damage. Hope you're not for him anyway. And Max in 17th. Not a bad start. Gained a few places. Yeah, Trise had that incident with Irish New Potato last week. Irish didn't report it, so we felt that Trise might have been under a bit of pressure from Irish there to see his footage for that. But yeah, come together again, these two. So on his car, yeah, we'll see more 5-second penalties under the safety car around here, unfortunately, just because the braking zone is obviously a lot harder in the wet conditions. But if there's safety cars and that, they won't be removed, unfortunately. And Starbus has retired. Under the VSC, he's just retired. Great qualifying he had, and I think Jake Slayer might have damage. You know, he's just let Menace Max pass. Cowie's getting past Tree Slayer. Tree Slayer's not pitting, so he must be okay. And it's just minor damage he has. But Cowie's getting ahead of him. Tree Slayer's trying to fight it on the outside. Farf is in the pits then, so Farf is in the pits. He must have damage. I don't know where he'd have got it from though. Didn't see him involved in any instance. But it's relatively decent start. Obviously, Starbus is out. We don't know why. And yeah, Favre has got an end plate missing. Jake Slayer's in the pits too, so he has got wing damage too. Now Tommy's ahead of Irish New Potato. Great start though for Tommy. Gaining a good couple of places. Red Bull with a great start as well. Up in the 4th and 5th.
Oh, he's gone wide there nearly.
And Trise and Cowie fighting again side by side. Trise going down the inside of this turn then. And I think he's got it there. Oh, he's deep. Oh, and that's nearly going to let Theo in. Theo's going to have a good look here. Now on the outside of Cowie. I think he's just about going to survive that. And he does, yes. It's a good battle we got on here, but taking different lines, just holding people up. And Equaz, wow, look at Equaz. He's going incredibly quickly, isn't he? He said he's got no pace at all in the comments earlier. But I think it's because he's got more of a race-based setup on. And he's a lot quicker than Liam in front. He's seen one to go quicker. I wonder if Liam's going to let his teammate move ahead here. I let Equaz through on Monday when we were racing together in ALR. And he did the same thing to me late in the race when I was quicker. So we know Equals is a good team player. Will Liam do the same? Mind you, Liam has just started to pull away a little bit. Bradfield up in 16th then. He's got past Vintage. And Potstuff has just had... Oh, he's had a bit of an affair with the wall. He's got wing damage, Potstuff. He's been in the wall, and this is a dreadful start for Ferrari. One of them is out already. Sweet MJP. Oh, what's Chalker's done there? And then Menace Max has got damage behind, I think, as well. As Max got damage. I don't know if Chalker's went for an adventurous move there. But Max has got damage as well, unfortunately. Sweet MJP and Chalk was involved in an instant there. Not quite sure what went on. But Max And Sweet MJP, I'm pretty sure, going to have to pit now. Potstuff's going to have to pit as well because he's got damage, and Irish Sweet Potatoes in the pits. So has he got damage somewhere? That's a very early stop, so I can only presume it's a wing damage. And yeah, it's a change of nose coming for Irish Sweet Potatoes, so that's not good for him at all. Tommy started to close back up the Tango and pull away from the battle between his Red Bulls. Is Liam going to let his teammate through here? I don't think he's going to have much choice. But is Liam going to fight it? No, I don't think Liam is going to fight it, is he? No, he's not. He's sensible. He knows Equals is a lot quicker at this stage. Now he's up to Equals. He's got to try and pull away, though, now. It's no pressure behind because Cowie, Treesay and Theo are all in the same fight, aren't they? I don't know what happened there. Chalkers is in the pit too. I'm not sure if Chalkers just outbraked himself and went into the back of the both of them. But yeah, I'm sure we'll have footage in the end of the race for that, because I'm sure that will be reported whatever went on there, because that was not good. Just simple outbraking by the looks of it. But Tommy, Chalk's teammates, now within 1.8 at Tango. As Tango used all his sweeties at once, pulling away. And Pot Stuff, he's not got an end plate, so I don't know why he's carrying on here, Pot Stuff. He got a pit. He's already lost a second to Bradfield. You know, it took him 5 seconds ago. Jonesy's saying same old Slayer, the same old excuses. What did he say? Chalkers broke early, Jake the Slayer was saying. I think he broke late on that previous one there, just a minute ago. So Chalkers struggling with the braking zones. Sweet MJP in 16th, have to pit already. Matt's obviously already had to pit, so Slayer, so he's Vintage. Yeah. Everyone's had a pit apart from the top 12 because of damage, and Treesay is getting passed by Theo now, so Theo having a really good lap or so, getting past Treeslayer, and now he's going to try and close back up to Cowie, and yeah, look, Equals is quicker than his teammate, has already pulled out nearly a second and a half. Fair play to Liam for letting him through. Tango is the fastest lap. Tommy's going to beat that, and he does. Yeah, Tommy's gaining and gaining, isn't he? Stick that back on now, the race starts. Done. On to lap 4 then. Stub. And Treeslayer, what's happened? He's in the pits. Yeah, we thought he had slight damage, didn't we? And that's why he's going a bit slower, and he obviously not been able to cope with that. And Irish Sweet Potatoes getting past Potstuff. Potstuff's got a pit as well. He can't carry on with that sort of damage. So yeah, that's going to be only 10 cars that have not pitted. 10 cars been in the pits because of wing damage. And we said about taking it cautiously through turn 1, 2, 3 on that lap, and it's obviously not happened there, is it? Chalk is in P14, gaining 4 places despite having a pit. Max has gained places too, and he might gain another one here down the inside of Sweet MGP into turn 1. I don't think Sweet MGP's fighting that one too hard, and he's not going to. No, he's not. Sweet MJP getting past there. Max makes a move. Tommy, look how close Tommy's got. As Tango got into the barrier there, I know he's lost about half a second. I don't think he did, but he really is struggling. Tango's been caught incredibly quickly, isn't he? And Tango looks, yeah, under a lot of pressure from Tommy now. Within 4 attempts, gaining so quickly. Tommy's pulling away for everyone else. Tommy, he's brilliant in the wet conditions, always has been. Bradfield will shout a swear out at some point when he hits the wall. Yeah, I'm sure he will. First one, Jake the Soul hits on from behind. He'll blame the car in front, and Bradfield as well. It's a free race inevitabilities. They seem to happen every week, so Tango's just got a bit of a gap now to Tommy. Yeah, this straight normally he gets swamped, but there's a yellow flag.
Safety car.
And it's safety car.
Good.
That's because
I got wing
who's
damage.
completely lost their front wing? Someone's completely lost their front wing. I can't find out who it is. There's a whole front wing missing in the castle section. No one's crashed. And Irish Sweet Potatoes just crashed. Where's he crashed? Oh, he's just gone into the wall. But that's under the safety car. There was a front wing. There was wing damage in the castle section, which for some reason has brought out a safety car. Haven't got a clue why. And then under the safety car, Irish Sweet Potatoes outbraked himself, we think, unless he came together with somebody and lost it. Wow. Yeah, turn 13, I think 12 or 13, I think it is. That's the one that's killing a few people today. It's already been instance there. Bradfield's in the pits, he's got slight wing damage. But let's look at this, young Tommy leads now. So Tango pitted. I don't know if Tango changed his wing there or not. I don't know if he had slight damage, but he's still in P8, but it's fresh inters now, which should go to the end. But Tommy on the older tyres equals second, Theo third, Immortal fourth. No mistakes for Immortal. Dylan in fifth, Senna in sixth. And there's 6 of the cars that have not had damage. Liam and Cowie as well. Not had damage, but they have pitted, so they're on fresher inters now, so they're comfortable in those tyres. Cowie, yeah, I think it's the same for Cowie, wasn't it? Yeah, Cowie also pitted. Farf has pitted. He's had wing damage and had to pit Farf, and he's up in the P10th, so it's a good start for him. But it does bring everyone together again. Max in 13th. Yeah, obviously an instant there. And thank you to new follower, Dan Whitey. Follower number 1003. There we go, we're pushing up already. Fantastic that. Have a quick look into the Discord to see if anyone said anything about the incidents, but nothing's been reported yet. So, yeah, not sure what's happened there. Looks like Irish and Starvus both lost it on their own brakes, as if you want to say, in the same place on the track. So, yeah, it's definitely been other incidents there. The wing damage, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have something to say about. Yeah, young Tommy, what stonking start he's had.
Jeff said 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes of rain,
so yeah, the ones that pitted for fresh inters like Liam, Tango and Cowie, I wonder if they might regret that, because they're only 4 laps younger than the tyres of the top 6. There's only 10 minutes left of rain. I think they might be pretty comfortable on those inters, depending on how long his safety car stays out for as well. The field's not that spread out. There's a few that needs to catch up towards the back. They won't be pushing it trying to catch up though, because the risk of making a mistake here is very high. And Potstuff's got a 5-second penalty for collision with Bradfield. I haven't touched him. You must have. He must have hit you up behind.
No, Sweet Andrew disappeared from nowhere. And then I didn't even touch him.
Well, it's Potstuff, not Sweet MGP.
Well, Sweet MG just pitted in he hit the wall, I think. I didn't see him.
Oh, so Sweet MGP's lost. He's lost it under the safety car then.
And I've braked.
So you've braked into the car behind. That's had to pit now because he's got damage off you. That's why. That's what's happened.
Yeah, but I didn't even know he was there.
Well, you should know what's behind you. You should be looking.
Although I know he was behind me, but I didn't see Sweet MJP there. That's why I braked.
Well, you didn't see him right in front of you.
No, he's on the corner.
Well, I'm sure Potstuff will get his footage in the end of the race. And we'll have a look then, but Sweet MGP obviously looks like he's made a mistake there and spun. Bradfield saw it last minute because he's half pissed, then braked, and then not realised Potstuff's right behind and gone into him. I wonder if Bradfield's got rear damage there.
Oh, I've got nothing.
He says he's got nothing, but it'll probably be another lap of the safety car now, seeing as all these have had to pit again. Yeah, young Tommy happily leading there. So important trying to keep those tyres warm. It's really hard in these wet conditions, especially at a track so close. There's no width to it. You can't really weave so wide to try and get warmth into these tyres. Will it come in this lap? It might say stuff you to Sweet MGP, Potstuff, Bradfield, Slayer and Vintage. What will the safety car do? I think it's staying out for another lap then, so they can take a breath and take their time trying to catch up, because usually the safety car coming in happens right at the end of that sector 2. 100% crash radio for Bradfield. Yeah, absolutely. I've never known it's been a race where he's not crashed. Well, if you're a Spurs fan, Spurs game against Newcastle is in chaos because 2 Tottenham players have tested positive for COVID. So a bit of football news there.
Oh, never mind.
Spurs in a bit of trouble. Yeah, of course, calendar was released today for F1 for next season. Wasn't it 23 races? Absolutely brilliant. People start moaning, oh, there's too many races. Oh, Tango's in the pits. Why is Tango in the pits? He must have damage. He must have damage. He's changing his nose cone again. He's got damage under the safety car somewhere. He must have clouted into the wall. And now he's going to fall right down to the back, Tango. Oh, such a shame for Tango. His race all gone a bit pear-shaped for him. Who cares about Spurs, saying Ariel, first-time viewer? That's a really good question. I certainly don't. And Immortal and Theo having a bit of argy-bargy under the safety car. Immortal's got to take it extra carefully, being in reserve, of course. Yeah, as we found out last night, in terms of reserve, and if you're reserve in a league, that's not yours. Absolutely fine. If you're a decent driver, you're more than welcome to. If you stick your vote down, if you're involved in an incident, that's obviously not good, because reserving, you've got to be respectful. Everyone else around you is trying to fight for points for promotion and relegation. You reserve, enjoy the race, have some battles, but nothing silly. No silly incidents that are avoidable. If you are in an instant, it's your fault as reserve. You'll have a 3-week ban in terms of reserving. If it happens for a second time, that'll be a whole season ban, and you lose your reserve role. So, like I say, we see Tommy, Dylan, Max all reserved in the Champions League. God knows how many times. Never been involved in an instant. And because we had a few Champions League seats to fill, you will see tomorrow night, it's a whole pack's bunched up now, you'll see tomorrow night that Tommy, Max and Keza all now have full-time seats in the Champions League until the end of the season as well. So this second half of the season, a bit of a reshuffle, just getting some consistency in there. And already we've had more votes this week in the check-in for the Champions League than we have all season, so straight away, as far as I'm concerned, has worked. New Aston Martin Halo, yeah, we're on board with it now, aren't we? Can't notice, there's not too much of a difference, is there? I don't notice it personally. What do you think of it, Bradfield? You're driving the Aston Martin. Safety car's in.
That's not bad.
Can't be honest, I hardly even noticed it racing yesterday. Mind you, I was only racing for 2 laps and I crashed coming out of this corner where young Tommy is. But young Tommy's going to do the safety car restart. There's going to be some cold tyres and some cold brakes, that's for sure. When is Tommy going to go for it? He can go whenever he wants. He's probably going to go later though because it's a long straight, long straight. I think he might leave it a while before he does. Otherwise he could be swamped a little bit. And yeah, he's been sensible. He knows what he's doing, Tommy, experienced driver. Knows what he's doing. He's taking his time until he gets to the line. Absolutely doing the right thing, and now he's gone. And he's caught Equals by surprise a little bit. Senna's had to come in the pits. He's obviously got damage again under the safety car. Yellow flag as well. Further behind is Liam in the braking zone. And side by side Farf and Dylan. Dylan's up in the P5. And Liam so close there, side by side with Farf. We get a good view from the car in front, and look at them all. And they clout into each other. Liam goes over the curb, and Farf loses it. He did well not to go into Liam there. Liam gets ahead of Farf though. Chalker's in 9th under pressure from Tree Slayer. Max in 11th. He'll be able to see Chalkers and Tree Slayer in front. I think Chalkers has got that. Tree Slayer might have to concede that one. And he does, just about.
Oh, Slayer, don't go for a move
Vintage.
there.
Oh, and Tango,
Christ.
what's he doing? Slayer is going for a move there, though. And yeah, side by side, Bradfield. And Tango's going for it there on Bradfield, and Tango's got every right to go for it, and Tango's going to get past as well. Good move there from Tango, saw all of that. Liam and Dylan fighting again for P5, and that's not a great place to go side by side, and they might, if there was more room, Farf be able to get them both there. Side by side down here, this has got to be Dylan's, this is Dylan's move. Liam's got to back off this. And Dylan's gone in the wall, Dylan's clouted in the wall, he's definitely got damage from that. And Liam's been passed by Farf, they've both been passed by Farf and Cowie. And Dylan's just got to try and get out of the way. He's ghosting. Oh, it's not helped that Tango though. Dylan's now ghosting into the castle. He's now being unghosted, but he's got damage there. That was never going to work. Cars going side by side there. And he did go into the wall. Unfortunately, Liam got taken with it. Well, Liam didn't get taken in the wall, but he got stuck a little bit. And unfortunately, that for them, they let Farf and Cowie through. Yellow flag, and that is for Senna, who's lost it in the castle. And Dylan again losing more places, just letting cars through. Getting out of the way sensibly there, Dylan. Lovely to see, as some drivers don't do that. Check the Slayer. Tommy then 9/10 clear of Equal. He's not managed to pull away like Tango did at the beginning of the race. Equals, his pace in this race has been incredible. 2.7 ahead of Theo. Theo is an Immortal. What's happened to Immortal? He must have damage. Oh, he's got to be careful. He can't just cross over the track. He's in the pits, Immortal. And also in the pits is Farf, so he must have damage too. Liam's getting past Cowie though. Cowie's lost 2 places. Oh, Cowie's got no front wing. Cowie's got no front wing. He's got to do a whole lap without a front wing. What on earth has happened there? Mac is up in the 7th before you know it. But what has happened to Cowie? I don't know if it was a car swerving across to come into the pits, or if it's maybe far for Immortal. But Immortal, we didn't see him have any damage. So I don't know why he's had to come in. I presume it's a collision possibly between Cowie and Immortal. But before you know it, Mac's up in the P7. And Tango is behind him in P8. I said it would be surprised if they end up in Max ahead of Tango after starting first and last. Cowie just dropping down the order. It's really going to hurt him doing the whole lap without a front wing. But Theo in 3rd. Looking really good here, isn't he? But expecting the track to dry out soon. Any news on the weather, Bradfield?
Nothing at the minute. Not for the weather report.
Ask him.
And
Bradfield's got a penalty, of course. It's a 5-second one. Cowie, yeah, just getting past, isn't he? Vintage up in the P13. Yeah, real shame, but Red Bull McLaren looking incredibly good, aren't they? At the moment. Tommy and Equals. Oh, and has Tommy just lost a couple of attempts? Yeah, he has. He's lost a couple of attempts there. Lost 3 attempts, in fact. I don't know if he clouted the wall. Still got 2 end plates, but we know in this game it doesn't tell the full story. Theo's fallen a bit further back, and Liam's starting to catch him, and Chalker's in 5th. Looking incredibly good. Tango's getting past Max. Max is letting his teammate through. Brilliant teamwork from Mercedes.
Hit the wall.
Bradfield's hit the wall. He's not meant to do that. Has he got damage?
Yep.
He's got to watch out for Slayer and Pot Stuff. They're right behind him. Oh, and Slayer is just braking in the wets there. Nearly, Pot Stuff nearly went flying to the back of him. Are you coming in the pits? It looks like Bradfield is. Chalker's just the fastest after the race. So the Champions League driver showing his pace now. And he's putting Liam under a lot of pressure as well. Yeah, Bradfield does come into the pits. There's so many cars further back, so it'll be in a race still at least. Yeah, Theo falling further back. Is there? There it is, the swear of Bradfield hitting the wall, saying Jonesy, and it finally happened. It was inevitable, wasn't it? As he said. Yeah, not good for the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo drivers. They're both really struggling, aren't they? But Theo in P3, coping really well in these conditions, isn't he? These conditions. Now Bradfield can ask how long the weather's going to be left for.
Get out of pits first.
No, he's got to wait till he gets out of the pits. He's not quite worked out how to do it yet. Yeah, will these top 3, will their tyres start to go off a little bit low now? So the track maybe dries up a little bit. I don't think there will be too much. I think they'll be okay for now, but they'll definitely be fresh. Liam's will definitely be fresher. He's not really gaining too much though, is he? Actually, last week. Go on.
It's ending shortly, it said.
Ending shortly. There we go then. So that's new. Doesn't normally say that, does it?
No.
But yeah, Chalker's putting Liam under a lot of pressure. Tree Slayer behind as well. Chalker's just about manages to slow the car. He's got to be careful, doesn't he, at the barrier. That's going to allow Tree Slayer to close right up as well. Yeah, of course, Tree Slayer got his first win last week. So many podiums he's had with us. He got his first win last week, didn't he? It was an incredible race in Britain. Just winning it from Theo, who came second. Yeah, Mercedes got 4th and 5th. Cowie got on the podium as well. Good points for Ferrari last week, but all change here because now McLaren and Red Bull are back up the top. Yeah, the top 4, the top 5, completely different to the top 5 last week. So it changes also so quickly, doesn't it? Yeah, Theo falling off the top 2, but Liam's not really gaining, is he? On these newer tyres, I think he's more worried about trying to keep Chalkers behind. Yeah, he's just so hard to overtake with no DRS. In these conditions, still got plenty of ERS saved up. ERS gets saved up a lot in the wet conditions, obviously going a lot slower. And Equals really starting to fall away from Tommy. Yeah, and Theo saved up a lot of ERS. He's ready for when Liam comes, and Chalker's going around the outside of Liam. Then Liam's late on the brakes, and Liam does well to keep that place then. Chalker's trying to go back up and under, just not enough grip. Tree Slayer, and now Tango's caught right up to the back of Liz as well. So Tango getting interested now. Liam's just really struggling, even though he's on fresher tyres. He's losing a lot of time to Theo in front. I don't know if he's got minor damage maybe, and he's just trying to coast out until it dries out, because the rain is not far off stopping, is it? It doesn't look far off stopping, but Max will soon catch up to this as well if they keep being held up by each other. And look, the sun, I just saw sunshine through the castle. Let's go on board here. Look, the sun's shining through. That's good signs. We might get half wet, half dry race here. So it might be mediums. So the ones, yeah, they should all have a fresh set of mediums anyway. So, but it might be mediums if it dries up the next lap or two. But look, it's hardly raining now. I wonder if anyone will take a gamble on this lap. We saw links to it in Spain, didn't we? He came in the pits whilst it was still raining, and then it suddenly flicked up saying DRS enabled, and then that was the moment that gave him the lead of the race. As it stopped, it's pretty much stopped, isn't it? It's pretty much stopped raining. Will anyone come into the pits, or are they going to stay out? Is it? I think Liam's coming in the pits. I think Liam's coming in. Liam does come in the pits. No, he doesn't come in the pits. He's just fighting from Chalkers. I say it's too risky. This is how Link's got the lead in Spain a couple of weeks ago. Chalkers round the outside of Liam, and then side by side, and it's really good battling between the two of them. On board with Treeslayer. Liam's just keeping it on the inside. This is great defending from Liam. Absolutely fantastic. Chalkers gets a little bit of a better exit though, but just no DRS. No DRS. So he's not been able to get close enough. He's got the activation on. And a good slipstream. It's too risky to go for a dive. If he's been a reserve, he's definitely not going to go for it. Liam's still keeping that place. This is going to dry out soon. This is going to start to dry out. And Equaz has got the advantage here. Again, it was a Mercedes behind a Red Bull, a Mercedes behind a McLaren in Russia that made the right decision. Obviously, being second, you can just do the opposite and try and get the win. And yeah, they're still sliding a bit though, aren't they? The thing is, it's such a long lap, so if you pit and it doesn't work, you're going to lose so much time. If you pit and it does work on the mediums, you're going to gain so much. And I think, the awkward thing is Mercedes. Look, it happened to Max last week, didn't it? Getting held up in the pits. Was it Max it happened to last week? Getting held up in the pits? Can't remember, but it happened to somebody. Pretty sure it was Max, yeah. And they're right next to each other, of course. The Mercedes again. Well, 4.6 away. They'll still get held up a little bit far if it gets past finish of P12. So I think Mercedes is going to do opposite strategies here. Or Tango's only clapped the barrier though, isn't he? So that's not going to help the gap between them. But Max is backing off. No, he's not. He's gained about second there now because of Tango going wide. So I think he might see a couple risk it now. Let's see. DRS still not enabled, but it's not been raining for a lap and a half now. What does Tommy do? Tommy stays out. Equal stays out. Theo stays out. Is Liam coming in, or is he just defending again? He's just defending from Chalkers. Can he do anything this time? Not too sure he will. Will Max come in? We've got to go ball with this battle though. Chalkers on the outside, and again, just can't quite get close enough. And Chalkers went a bit too wide, didn't he? He's lost a lot of time now to Treeso, but no one's come in the pits yet. I'm surprised. Surprised no one's come in. There's still no real dry line, is there? But this lap, I think. Because there's no rain at all, and this track will soon become bone dry. Cowie's catching up to Bradfield. He's got a better line here as well. Cowie just seems to have more grip in these conditions. You have the DRS, not DRS, sorry. He's got his ERS enabled. He's got a lot more saved up than Bradfield as well. Bradfield's weaving. I don't think there's anything he'll be able to do about this though. Oh, Cowie's pulled out a little bit too early. He's lost that slipstream.
He can take it, sorry.
Bit wobbly there. Don't know what happened there. Cowie wobbled a bit, but he's just let Cowie through for some reason, Bradfield.
Oh, I'm not going to fight Cowie. No point.
Equals, yeah, look at the gap between the top two. Taken a while about the last few laps. But look at that, 4.5 seconds. 4.5 seconds. Takes its time to dry around here because the wall's holding the water. Yeah, of course, good point. But, yeah, even still, you'd expect maybe to dry up a little bit quicker than this. Obviously, a long lap, so it's been well over 5 minutes now being bone dry. I mean, well, not bone dry obviously, but in terms of the rain, completely stopped. Yeah, Waters does hold the walls in. I just wouldn't expect Codemasters. No, Waters hold the walls in. The walls hold the water in, but I wouldn't expect Codemasters to be that advanced. I wouldn't expect that from them. Yeah, Tommy stays out again for another lap. What his Equal's going to do? Again stays out. Yeah, Liam as well is another one that might be held up a bit by Equals. Liam again just trying to find a different line because Chalkers is right up behind him. Treese has dropped back a bit, but Tango's not dropped back from him. Max has started to fall back. And no, Max not pitting now either, still waiting. And of course they might not want to risk it because they might be trying to hold it out another 2 laps and then go on to soft tyres. That's what they might be waiting for. Because at the moment, softs would struggle to get to the end. It'd be doable, but it'd be a struggle. So if they can get out for another 2 laps on these inters, stay out for another 2 laps on these inters, then that'd be ideal. But yeah, like I say, the decision to pit for fresh inters, for Tango, for Cowie and for Liam, when they were in the lead, and Bradfield has not lost his wheel, but he's lost his front wing.
Right, might as well pit for mediums.
Happy 100 for Bradfield. Go for it. I'd pit for softs. I don't think the grip for mediums will be right. I'd just go for softs and hopefully there'll be in a later safety car. To be honest, over halfway and still 18 cars left for this position, these conditions is not bad. But yeah, Tommy, Equals and Theo gain places because of that. The other cars pitting, and yeah, we said at the time I don't think it'd work for Tango, Cabby and Liam. Liam's just not seemed to have the pace. Tango's had to pit again after damage under the safety car, and then Cowie just lost his front wing and had to do a whole lap without a front wing after we don't know why. It just is a strange one. We didn't see much of it. It looked like someone tried to come in the pits and Cowie somehow lost the front wing out of it. But yeah, it was a strange one. And Liam's still holding up these cars behind, isn't he? We're not really holding them up, I don't think, too much, because the gap that Max isn't catching, no one else is catching up to it. Jake Deslay been running 9th for ages now, Max in 8th as well. And they're falling back, if anything, from this battle. Liam's not particularly slow, I just think they're all a similar pace. Chalkers just can't get past. I think he is a little bit quicker than Liam, maybe, but yeah, Liam's catching up to Theo as well, and yeah, Equals really is starting to struggle, isn't he? 6.1 behind now, and Theo's starting to catch back up. I think Equals, it might be a case of his tyres are just gone. But Tommy's just pulling away, 6.2 clearing the lead. Obviously, we've still got around the pit stops onto the dry, the transition's still got to come, and then you cannot rule out another safety car around here. But Bradfield and Senna are on the softs, and Tree Slayer's getting past Chalkers, he gets it done as well. So Chalkers challenging Liam, trying to get past him for about 5 laps. And now it's Tree Slayer that gets past Chalkers, and Tango's getting close to Chalkers as well. He's not going to be close enough though. They're going to make contact, but they're not careful, and Tango just about against the braking zone, right? And Bradfield is losing time on these soft tyres. Is it awful or is it close?
It's not awful. It's close.
Dylan's in the pits. Yellow flag is for Potstuff. Potstuff has had an incident. Oh, he's just gone down the escape road. He's got no damage, I don't think. He's just got outbraked himself, gone down the escape road. And Chalker's now getting passed by Tango as well. Yeah, Chalker's obviously been a reserve. I don't think he is pushing it to the limit, which is good to see. I don't know if he was involved in that earlier incident either, so that's why he might be being extra careful as Tango nearly went into the castle there. But yeah, so you think it's close to softs, and yeah, you can see it's getting a lot drier now. The track is drier. It's close, isn't it? It's really close. Bradfield's still not quite as quick though on these tyres. Dylan has put mediums on to the end. So yeah, it's more of a even harder. There's less grip on them. It's still not just there. Virtual safety. Why? But listen, will everyone come in now? They've got to. They've got to. They have to. They have to come in for dry tyres a bit earlier than they probably would have wanted, and this is risky. But they've got to come in, because if they don't come in and everyone else does under these conditions, then they're going to be losing so much time, because the VSC around here usually stays out for a while. Liam stays out, and that's of course one that, yeah, they don't want a double stack. Will Max stay out then to try and avoid a double stack? No, he won't. Max comes in too. It might only be the leaders that gain this advantage, because the VSC might be in soon. Like we say, on this game it can stay out for almost a whole lap. So, and there's a real mixture of softs and mediums. I'd have gone softs. I'd have definitely gone for the soft tyres, but Theo and Tommy, the lead too, on the medium tyres, and Liam is just hoping that it's not time for the dry tyres yet. And it is by the looks of it, because Tommy's gaining on Liam already. Oh, what are we? Shut up, silly, stupid, forget I said that. VSC still, isn't it? Not gaining at all. Better be it, he's got to try and warm those tyres up under this VSC. Liam will be hoping that everyone struggles. So Liam's on the complete opposite. But it's worth going for. It's worth someone going for it. It makes it fun for us to watch at least. He might obviously lose out a bit. But there's another safety car soon. Equaz has got a drive. What's Theo got? Theo, Equaz and Potstuff have all got drive-through penalties, and that is absolutely devastating. Theo and Equaz both towards the top of this race. Theo looking good for another podium, and now he's got a drive-through penalty. And yeah, unfortunately, we've still not got DRS enabled, have we? But the dry tyres are quicker, and Theo's getting passed by Tree, so look how close he gets to the castle there. It is definitely time for dry tyres now, because Tommy is catching Liam who's on the intermediates, but they've still got to be cautious. But yeah, definitely time now. And 9.8 seconds, Tommy is clear of Tree Slayer, who's next. Theo and Equal's got drive-through penalties, so they're going to fall right down. Tango's going to get promoted, and it's going to look good for Mercedes. And Menace Max, yeah, this is why I said he should have pitted a different lap. Of course, that VSC didn't help in the end, but he's lost out to Jake Slayer now, Menace Max, because of that double stack. It's on the soft tyres though, so he should be quicker than Jake. And Liam is in the pits now, so yeah, that gamble didn't pay off. He would have been held up a little bit. Oh, he's changing his nose cone as well, Liam. So yeah, he must have had minor damage. That's why he was going slow and not getting on those fresh tyres. And yellow flag is for... Was that for Immortal? No. Oh, was it for Vintage? Vintage has got no front wing. Oh, Vintage has just crashed into the wall. He's just completely outbraked himself and gone fly in the wall. Don't know how that's happened. I'll be surprised if it's not a safety car.
Nothing.
Bradfield hoping there's a safety car, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Senna there as well, and almost being lapped in fact. Yeah, not sure how it's not a safety car. It is a safety car. It's a late call. And I'll tell you what, Equaz, he didn't serve his drive-through. Theo served it and come out in 8th, but because Equaz has not served his drive-through, he's going to go last now when he serves it. So I always say you've got to serve that drive-through penalty as soon as you get it. And if you don't, obviously, that's the danger. But I don't know what Vintage has done there. He just looked like he's just completely outbraked himself. Rookie error from Vintage there, unfortunately. No front wing, I know, but just got to brake a lot earlier when that happens. Yes, third DNF then. He crashed in qualifying as well, Vintage, so yeah, he picked himself to reserve tonight. I think he might regret that now. But can you change fuel mix to lean since the update? You can under the safety car. Under the safety car you can change it to lean, but it's no change. It's been the same all season. So who does this race suit now? I've got to say, this is not good for Tommy, but this is really going to help Tree Slayer because his soft tyres will easily go to the end now, even easier. I don't. Has DRS been labelled yet? I've not seen it pop up, but surely it has. No. Equaz saying stupid drive-through. Yeah, such a shame for Equaz. He's wishing he did what Theo did and serve it earlier, just as soon as he got it, because then he'd probably be 7th or 8th. But once he serves his drive-through now, so he can't do the safety car. Once he serves his drive-through, he's going to be rock last. And finished saying he's regretting racing. Yeah, I'm not surprised he said that, but yeah, I just wonder what happened there. I know he had no front wing, but he completely outbraked himself, went smashing in the wall. I don't think Tommy will be too happy with Vintage after that, because he's 12-second odd lead, and now he's going to be under real pressure from Tree Slayer for this. Helps Bradfield. Yeah, it does help Bradfield. It helps Cowie as well. I'm not fussed about Bradfield, but it helps Cowie as well. But they've got a good job in their hands to try and catch up. Cowie, well, it doesn't help Bradfield for some reason's pitted, so he can't get
wing damage.
Well, no, but you got to stay out, so you run that, and then pit. You got to race up to the safety car, then pit. Now you're stuck. Now you're a lap down.
I'll just get the penalty. I'll just overtake Tommy and get a penalty.
Well, you'd be disqualified. That's the penalty.
Fucking hell.
You got to stay out. If you have to, I did it with no front wing before. Stay out just so you run laps, and then they get held up like that. And then you try and join up to the back, but you're lap now. What a muppet. Cowie is racing ahead though. He's obviously in the sensible thing. 100 races for Bradfield, most experienced driver in the league. Still not got a fucking clue what he's doing, is he?
I didn't know how close Tommy was from lapping me. I didn't have a clue.
Do you not have a map up on your screen like everyone else does?
No.
Why? What? You can't.
I would get disqualified. I done it last time.
Go on then. Go for it. Go on.
No.
Go now. Shoot down. Go on. Do it on a straight. Go on. Go. Off you go.
Oh yeah.
Race number 100 for Bradfield. Ends in disqualification.
It didn't do that last time to me.
Senna's done the same thing and he's disqualified as well.
Last time I done that, it didn't do it. It gave me 10 seconds.
That's a brilliant way to mark your 100th race. Exactly how it goes most of the time. Jake Deslay's had a collision with Theo under the safety car. Hopefully there's no damage for Theo. In fact, there is damage for Theo. He's got no front wing whatsoever. So Jake Deslay looks like he's just completely brake checked Theo there. Or Theo's just gone completely flying to the back of him. Either way, another silly incident. TSQ in the 100th race. Jonesy laughing at that. I'm sure lots of people will be laughing at that.
Fuck it.
Getting worse by every race.
Well, I am.
But he did say he'd be out. I'm surprised he's lasted 19 laps. Theo's put more mediums on. Why has he not put softs on? Strange there.
Unless he didn't have any fresh ones left. If he used them all in quality, I don't know. He did great in quality. 100 bits from vintage is that? Bless him. He's not too happy with himself as he spun, was raging. It was too quick in the corner. Yeah, he's... Shouldn't be raging. Shouldn't be raging. How dare you. But again, Red Bull's still looking good at this, aren't they? Oh, of course, no, that drive-through for equals. Jacob says a 5-second pen after that collision with Theo. I don't know what happened there. But safety car should be in this lap. There you go, you can get the old bits on now. Get yourself in this competition. Oh, where's he gone? Is Bradfield gone? He's gone, isn't he? He's not happy with himself. Getting lapped in the longest track on the calendar. On your 100th race. That's not how he wanted it to end. Theo gave me damage, saying Jake Slayer. Well, Theo had no front wing. I'm not, so I presume it's rear damage for Jake Slayer, but I'm not sure how that's happened because Theo's got absolutely no front wing. I'm sure, but stick it in report at the end of the race, Jake. Then if it's his fault. Shouldn't be making rookie errors after 40 races. Oh, Bradfield's making him after 100, mate. So yeah. No, this is what I don't get. Some of the cars just go. There you go. That's fine. Keep the distance. What? I don't know why some cars just drive so bloody close to each other on the safety car. They're staying out for another lap, but letting Cowie catch all the way back up, which you'll be pleased to hear about. Bradfield's back. There you go. Stick the bits on now. You know how to do it. Payback for being a knob. Senna's in the comments saying as well, sorry after that. But yeah, see you later, Jonesy. Your phone's going to die, but good to see him tuning in on the race. We get 1,000 followers. Yeah, shame for Senna, unfortunately, but yeah, tried to copy Bradfield. He's done Senna, from Senna's point of view, is thinking, oh, he's overtaken the safety car, that Bradfield. 100 races, he must know what he's doing. Absolutely not. Right, get it up. I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah, I've done it.
You've done it, have you? I can't see it on the comments.
Hold on.
Wilson, Bully and Bradfield. Yes, that's how it goes. That is how it goes. Max in 8th then. It's been time tonight. There's been so much going on. I forgot there's actually a race in terms of the bits, the followers, the Bradfield stats. Who's going to win this? Equals with that drive-through. Like I say, he'll probably come in straight away and serve that. Because just like you should have done before, and knowing that there could be another safety car, it's always what I'm sure Equals will learn from that and think whenever there's a safety car and you've got to drive through again, you've got to serve that straight away. Because he will be down in last once he serves it by a good 20 odd seconds as well. But yeah, Tree Slayer is going to be challenging Tommy all the way. That could be the battle. Tango, of course, next. Chalkers is then there too. Liam further back, obviously on mediums. Yeah, softs will go to the end. The ones that put mediums on, it was close between mediums and softs, but now there's been a safety car. The softs got to be comfortably the best choice, I think. Max in 8th as well. He's got Jacob Slayer, a couple of medium runners in front. So yeah, he's on for some good points as well. Tommy really good. He could get in the top 3 in the standings here for the first time in a while, and safety cars finally coming in. You there, Justin?
Yeah, no, it's fucking little boy screen.
You managed to do it?
Well, it's let me cheer 100 bits, and I press OK.
Yeah.
But let me do it.
And you got to press the send button. He's pissed, isn't he?
That's what I'm trying to do.
He's absolutely pissed, he is. He's not got a clue.
Cheer 100 bits, yeah. Go on then, let me do it.
Type a message and then send it at the same time. But anyway, safety car restart whilst Bradfield's trying to sort out that. Tommy weaving a little bit. He's on the mediums. Tree Slayer's going to have more grip on the soft tyres, and Tommy's gone. Tommy's gone, and he's got a great initial getaway as well. He's at least half a second clear. Tree Slayer might be under a bit of pressure from the cars behind. Chalkers trying to go around the outside. That's early on Tango. They're going to make contact. Hopefully they don't tag each other. And Chalker's trying to go for it here too. Down on the brakes as well. And he's getting it done as well. It's a lovely move from Chalkers. Max already getting past Slayer. But then he's getting a bit wobbly, and Jacob Slayer gets the place back. Battles further down as well. Chalkers and Tango made that move. Equals dropping back. I don't know why, but he's just let Chalkers through. I don't maybe realise how quick he is. Unless he's got damage equals. I'm not too sure if he's got damage or not. No, he doesn't look like it. So I think he might just let Chalkers through. Chalkers is through and fast up into P10. Oh, he's made contact with Immortal. Immortal facing the wrong way. It looks like Immortal. Oh, who's that? Potstuff's gone down as well. They're both side by side. There's 3 cars making contact there. Cowie's going around the outside of Theo. That's a lovely move if you make that stick. And he does as well. Lovely move there from Cowie. Keep your eyes on this battle for the lead. Tommy's had a great getaway. He needs to get a second clear.
Is Theo going to back off?
Needs to get a second clear.
He's not.
Theo and Cowie are not going to back off.
Well
going
there.
into Castle. Yeah, Cowie does back off sensibly in the Castle. You can't not back off there. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Mortal. I don't know what happened to Pot stuff. We saw Mortal come together fast, and Tommy's a second clear. Chalkers really putting a tree sail under pressure here. McLaren, I don't want to say this, but 1-2 maybe. 1-2 from McLaren. Is it doable? Wouldn't be the first time, would it? Happened 2 weeks ago. Tango in 5th. Liam's doing really well in 6th. Look, really putting Tango under some pressure. He's got a great toe here. He's got a great toe, and look, it was too good a toe. He caught up to him too quickly in the corner, and then obviously no room for him to go around the outside or on the inside. Couldn't get it done. But he's going to go for the move now. Equals comes in for his drive-through penalty. Chalkers on Tree Slayer. He's going to go around the outside. He's so late on the brakes, Chalkers. And he's going to manage to get it done, I think, as well, by the looks of it. They're side by side still. Tree Slayer wants this, doesn't he? Oh, I keep going off. And he's got it. Chalkers gets ahead. And now he's going to try and challenge up to his teammate. Max getting past straight to Slayer as well. He's going to make it stick this time as well. But Fast managed to get ahead of them, both of them. So Fast had a great restart, hasn't he? He's up into P6. And he's in the relegation zone. He's only got 6 points all season. He's on for 8 here as it stands, and he's gaining up to Liam and Tango too. And he's on the best tyres out of everyone on the whole, well, the top 13. Theo's had to come in the pits, unfortunately. So Theo's race gone from starting off brilliantly in qualifying. Start of the race and the wet tyres, he was fantastic as well. Sorry, intermediate tyres. But since it's gone to the dry, Theo's really struggled. Chalker's struggling to catch up with Tommy. I'm sure he's just buying his time. Maybe trying to hold people up for his teammate as well. And hand his teammate the win. Young Tommy's looking really good at the moment, isn't he? Looking incredible so far this season. See, Tommy has been so consistent, isn't he? Picking up points. He's 4th in the standings. In terms of podiums, though, podiums this season, Tommy's been on it 3 times. He's not won a race, so is he? Could become the 7th different race winner of this grid at this rate. Will his teammate try and overtake him, though, or try and give it to him? Or try and give it to him, I should say. Not too sure. Come on, McLaren saying Shatters. He wants his team to get some more points. They've been incredibly good this season, haven't they? In the joint constructors. Let's have a look for the joint constructors quickly. Where are McLaren? They're only in 4th, but they're only about 100 points off. DOS enabled. But in this league, Premier League, they are 2nd. Only Mercedes ahead of them. Mercedes, of course, that team of Tango, Menace, Max. Could we see 3-second penalties come into it? It's rare they happen around here, but it's still possible. As Dylan's going down the inside, split and repeating in turn 1. I'm sure Jake might try and let Dylan through. He's obviously a lot quicker, no soft tyres. Will Jake let it happen? Of course, Sweet MGP's right behind. But there you go, Dylan's got DRS. I think Jake should just move out of the way and let his teammate through here. I'm sure he will. Yep, he does. Nice and... yeah, he does it nicely there. He'll try and hold up Sweet MGP now as well. Keep him behind. Jake Assay's got, I think it's a 5-second penalty, isn't it? Pretty sure it is, and that should be removed. But he's struggling on these medium tyres. And Cowie's right there in 11th as well. Equals now gaining up after that penalty, that drive-through penalty. Tommy seems to have this under control, isn't he? Tango is really struggling. I don't know if he's got sideboard damage or what, but Liam's been incredibly quick. Farf in 6th, look, as well. And I've got to be honest, there's been quite a bit of... oh, Chalkers! Chalkers is facing the wrong way. It's not going to be a red, not going to be a McLaren 1-2 today, unfortunately, Shadows. He's got wing damage as well, Chalkers. And he's fallen down to 8, but he's going to have to come in the pits. That's going to throw him out the points. The Champions League driver reserving today. His pace has been incredible. He's got to try and get out of the way. And Sweet MJP just smashed into the wall and got wing damage because Chalkers has not got out of the way. Sweet MJP's got no front wing there at all now, and he's now in the wall.
He's out.
Probably going to be a safety car. It is a safety car now as well. And yeah, Chalkers is just going slow in the middle of the track there. Should have got out of the way, really. Yeah, Shadow's not happy with that. Sweet MGP definitely won't be happy with that. But Tommy, again, more breathing space for him. It's such a shame. Didn't need that safety car. You have such a good race going on there. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, 3 of the DNFs. 3 of the 6 DNFs. 3 of the 4 reserves. Who's the only reserve left? It is Chalkers. It is Chalker's the only reserve, and he's been involved in incidents himself, hasn't he? So again, I think it just proves having a full grid of the usual grid makes a huge difference, and it is always good when the normal grid are racing and Chalker's saying meh. Yeah, I don't know how I presume he just spun by himself. And Sweet MGP, yeah, Chalker's was definitely in Sweet MGP's way, but at the same time Sweet MGP just smashed into that barrier. It was like hardly even braked from trying to go into it. I understand the frustration if there's a car on a track, but I'm not quite sure how that happened to Sweet MGP. How he went flying into the barrier that fast. It looked like he could have avoided the plough into the wall. Chalk was saying he wasn't trying to win. Well, no, he's only reserving, of course. Yeah, like we say earlier on, reserves, just try and have a good race, get some practice for if you're doing your race later on in the week, and yeah, try and help your team and just stay out of the incidents. For reserves, unfortunately, Senna tried to copy Bradfield, didn't he? Trying to help Tommy, saying Chalk, because yeah, we did say that McLaren's in the 1-2, looking really good. He thought Chalk was trying to hold everyone up for Tommy, which he's confirmed he was trying to do. Will the safety car come in? I doubt it will. I think it'll be one more lap of this safety car, then we'll have 2 lap shootout to the end. It looks like it's going to be between Tommy and Teresa, but you never know, do you? Fast on the charge. It's coming in now. The safety car's coming now, so we're going to get 3 laps towards the end, and Tommy won't be too happy about that. But Pot Stuff should be able to catch up. Just about. See that gap starting to fall. From where Pot Stuff is, that'll start flying down. Just about see it. Oh, might not catch up. Depends when Tommy goes, but Tommy's going to probably go late, so I think Pot Stuff will just about get to them. Using his ERS to do it. There we go, he's on the end of the pack, and he's got warmer tyres as well, Pot Stuff, so he'll be at a big advantage. So watch out for Pot Stuff making place at the start as well. Tommy's still not gone, and now he's gone, and he's not got. He's just about got enough, isn't he? He's just about got enough. And look on the brakes, Tango's gone smashing on the brakes, out-braked himself, lost a place to Liam, lost a place to Farf. Will he let his teammate through? His teammate's on the soft tyres. Mistake there from Tango, late on the brakes. And Jake the Slayer just completely dived down. Was that Jake that dived? It's Equos facing the wrong way. Someone's just made a silly dive bomb there. I don't know who it was, but Tommy's nearly a second clear already. Cowie's getting past Jake the Slayer. I don't know if Jake the Slayer's got damage. He's now under pressure from Chalkers as well. Chalkers turning in on Jake, and Jake's getting a bit wobbly. Theo and Potts are fighting out too. Immortal squeezed, and that's Immortal getting wing damage, and Theo getting damage, and Equos is out of the race now as well, further back. It's all turning a little bit messy, isn't it? Some of the driving not quite up to standards tonight. Said Azerbaijan's a big problem. There's been some poor driving here, that's no doubt about that. Immortal's damage, and yeah, he moved over into Theo Immortal and threw himself in the wall from what I saw. But Tommy, again, Mr. Consistent as always. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Equos, but unfortunately for him, he's out. Yeah, Tommy a second clear. Liam going to put Teresa under pressure. These soft tyres, once they're old, they're difficult to warm up, and Chalker's getting past Dylan now, and Chalker's having a bit of a spin doing so. And Tango and Menace Max. Is Tango going to fight his teammate? Don't forget, they are teammates, but they're championship battles as well. They're fighting each other in the championship for the title. And Tango's not going to give this one up. Oh, but Max has run out of his ERS, so Tango's just going to fly back and take that place back. And Treesayer getting passed by Liam. They're side by side to turn 1. This is going to help Tommy pull away as he starts the final lap. Liam on the outside, Treesayer on the inside. Liam's turning in. They almost make contact. Has Tango lost it? He has. Tango's lost it. He's lost his whole front wing as well. So Tango's going to be outside the points by the looks of it too. And now Theo's lost his front wing because he's gone into the back of him. And the other Mercedes has lost his front wing. Max has lost his front wing as well. What is going on? Both Mercedes lost their front wing. Theo's driving without a front wing as well. There's 3 cars going out the front wing. Farf and Liam fighting out for P3 as well. This is absolutely crazy. And look, down the inside, there's Liam. Liam's just wiped Farf out. Liam has just wiped Farf out completely, outbraked himself. Dylan's on for a podium here. I hope Dylan gets this podium. He's one of the only drivers that's not had any silly incidents today. And I think he's going to get it off Liam as well, Dylan, because Liam's struggling. And Farf down in 5th. At least he's still managed to recover to 5th.
Oh,
Theo's going to
Liam.
get some points here.
Yeah.
Liam's completely gone now. Dylan on the outside. Dylan takes that podium spot. Farf might take it off Dylan though. Farf's going to take it off Dylan because Dylan, where Liam's car was, it just helped Farf to go around. Teresa and Tommy to pot 2. Liam, yeah, he's got a mind out of the way, Liam, unfortunately. Jake the Slayer in 7th, Tango in 8th. He's fighting Theo, they've both got no front wing, and they're both going to hit each other in a minute. Potstuff in 10th. Has Potstuff got damage as well? He's got no front wing either. It's 4 cars driving around without a front wing.
Wow.
This is absolutely ridiculous. They're fighting each other without front wings. But young Tommy on the straight, let's get ourselves away from that because that is crazy. Young Tommy then, he's going to get his first win of the season. He crosses the line. Young Tommy wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Teresa is about to cross the line for say, look at this, it's a sprint between Farf and Dylan, and Farf's just about going to get it by 10th. Farf on the podium.
Well,
relegation
Farf,
zone,
mate.
podium for Farf. And Dylan's in 4th, Cowie gets 5th. Liam 6th, Jake 7th, Tommy and Theo side by side. Tango gets 8th with no front wing, Theo gets 9th with no front wing, Immortal gets 10th, Potstuff 11th with no front wing, Max unfortunately down in 12th. That was absolute carnage the last few laps, absolute carnage and terrible, terrible racing going on there. There's no covering that up. There was some shocking racing, absolutely dreadful towards the end there. But anyway, young Tommy, absolutely fantastic win. No mistakes all race from Tommy, and that's why he's won. Farf getting driver of the day. Farf brilliant as well. Made no mistakes, even though he's wiped out by Liam towards the end. But obviously Farf, Matty, he got turned back around by Liam. So yeah, great win to Tommy Saint Shadders. And yeah, we'll speak to him in a minute about that. That was incredible. Yeah, all turned very messy towards the end, unfortunately. And I think, yeah, the top 3 were probably the only 3 drivers not involved in incidents, and that's why they're the top 3. Yeah, everyone else, yeah, Cowie was nearly lapped. Cowie was literally nearly lapped, like Bradfield was towards the back, running that far back. Jake will have his penalty removed, but he's still in 7th, I think. And Dylan getting P4 as well. Best result of the season for him. Liam's still a solid P6. Theo's still in the points with no front wing. I don't know how many front wings go flying about. That was crazy. Absolutely ridiculous, but the top 3, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Tommy and Tree Solo, they're the top 2. Farf in 3rd as well. We'll get him in the party. I think that's going to move him outside the relegation zone. I'm pretty sure it will. I'll have a quick look into the standings. Sure, instant report. I'm sure Vintage is going to be busy tonight. Premier League standings. So 15 points for Farf. That will put him on 20. It'll put him up into 13th, in fact. It might be 14th because Jake got some points. But Bradfield's down in 16th now, so he's on the. Yeah, he looking like he'll be racing on a Thursday next year. Get these into the party then. Link saying hashtag McLaren on top. I'll tell you what, it was dreadful last few laps, but young Tommy is too far in front to give a damn, wasn't he? And that was the difference between him in the end. Yeah, Jonesy saying he's happy with Tommy as well. Link saying yes, Tommy, let's go. Yeah, everyone's happy for young Tommy. Well done to Dylan as well. Yeah, both Williams getting the points in the end as well, which was fantastic. But yeah, well, a couple of drivers joined us for the interviews. And, well, let's start with young Tommy. What a race. I think Tommy, and apart from you and Teresa are probably the only 2 drivers that weren't involved in an incident in that race, and you're the top 2. What a race, Tommy. Your pace is incredible, even on the medium tyres. How did your race go?
It was quite interesting. I mean, I was very happy with the rain. I always love the rain, to be honest, especially around Baku. I think last year it was kind of the same in Prem when I was reserving. And yeah, there were no incidents, no really problems. Yeah, just a good strategy.
Absolutely, yeah. Did you worry towards the end when you build quite a bit of an advantage? When Vintage crashed and that safety car came out and you saw Tree Sail and the softs behind you, were you worried at that stage?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wasn't sure if you had fresh softs or used softs, because in my case it was used softs, and that was the reason why I went to the mediums. But yeah, I was worried for sure, especially with 2 safety cars.
First win of the season. I think let's have it. Might put you into the top three as well. But what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it was about damn time, I think. Yeah, had a few chances and lost them all in this season, and yeah, this is a great one. I'm happy with it.
Well done, Tommy. Huge congratulations. Everyone's really happy
Yeah,
for you in
well
the
done,
chat
mate.
as well. So
Yeah, mate.
fully deserved as well. Go on to
Yeah,
tree
cheers.
sale then as well. I think the only other driver in that race not to be involved in an incident. 12 races in this league over this season, last season. That's your sixth podium. And for how close and competitive this league is, that is an incredible record. Top race, mate.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was quite the race, especially towards the end. I mean, I know I was at a good point when the virtual safety car came out and we all went in, and I came out in front of like a Red Bull, everyone that I was behind first. But I knew the win wasn't up for grabs because I haven't been comfortable around Baku for the entirety of the game.
Again, if you're not comfortable around doing, you're still getting
Yeah, shit
P2.
track, innit?
That's
Shit
that's
track.
absolutely incredible. Still,
Well
if
done,
it's
man.
one of your not preferred tracks, but yeah, when did you realise you had a decent podium on? Was it early in the race on the intermediates, or was it come the dry tyres you started to think that you could get something good out of this?
Well, it was actually after the first safety car because after the first corner, I thought I would have done a dead race given I got wing damage after I got ran out wide by Irish New Potato.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we did see that before you did, yeah.
yeah, and I thought it was just basically over at that point, but yeah, it kind of just came back to me due to the many incidents in front.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the thing. No one retired in the pits today. There's one positive out today, but you can be so far back. I think Cowie even at 1 minute 20 behind, he still managed to get fifth. Keep it going. And again, that's another great example. But well done, Trise. Again, another fantastic podium. We'll go on to Farf. I'm sorry, what? Farf?
Farf,
Farf?
yeah,
Who's
go
he?
on. Send
What's he
him on,
doing
for
here?
fuck's sake.
P3 for Farf, even though Liam tried to take you out in the last lap. That's not bad, is it? Well done, mate.
It's not bad for someone from Ipswich, is it?
Shut up. Shut
Oh,
up.
off you go, mate.
Liam probably took me out. I was glad.
Yeah, I bet you're raging at him.
Oh, mate. Anyone you could trust would probably Liam. I was like, ah.
He's a Norwich lad, mate, anyway, so it's all good.
Sorry, didn't you get disqualified?
Yeah, we won't speak about Bradfield. Actually, we'll have to speak about it. 100 race of
Never
Bradfield.
mind.
It's gone well, hasn't it? But,
Honestly, mate, I'm not bothered. It's a game to me, mate. It's alright.
yeah, how was your race, Farf?
That was alright, actually. I think I went to pits like 4 times, maybe 5. Couple of brake checks, but nothing major. But still the end result, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's moves you out of relegation zone as well. So, yeah, how do you feel about that?
Three.
Yeah, there we go. He's happy about that.
So you took 11 races.
Yeah, well, that's he's got more points today than you have in the previous 10 races put together. So, great race
Look
from
at that.
Farf. Just avoiding the carnage today. It was a matter of. Well, anyway, today's the day we hit 1,000 followers. Yeah, incredible achievement. That's what today will be remembered for. Shame about the racing towards the end. It was pretty crap, really, wasn't it? To be honest. But yeah, 11 cars left. I think it was the end, possibly 12. We've got 4 cars racing around, no front wing at the end. We won't be remembered in terms of racing this race, that's for sure. But anyway, thanks to again all the 1,003 followers we've now got.
Yeah,
Absolutely
cheers,
great race.
lads.
Thanks to the
Nice
podium
one.
sitters for joining us for the interview as well. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. Probably the same carnage knowing Azerbaijan in the Champions League. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.